Sound the alarm, because this is Blurred Alert, a place where we talk toys, TV, movies, and more. And this evening, it's a good old fashioned ramble rank with the crew and with none other than Toy Collector Magazine's Blake Wright. Blake, how are you doing this evening?
Good, man. Happy to be here. Finally, it's taken a minute. This was
It has,
promised to me months and months and months ago. I'm
Working
just,
out the calendar, making
I'm just
sure it
giving
all
you.
jives.
There
but
is a
we are
huge
happy.
waiting list, Blake. It's a huge.
I know.
waiting
I
list.
know. I was happy. I saw Quip at SDCC. I had to slide him a couple C notes, and can you bump me up on the list, man? This is
I,
my
I,
heart.
I do remember at the YouTube party, the Toy Tubers party, you did slip me an envelope. I'm
That's
so
right.
sorry. I'm sorry, but now we have you on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
we do.
now we got you.
And might I add, I do know one thing that we do need from you, Blake, is the contact information from who did that fantastic Toy Collector Magazine jersey, that hockey jersey, because I want to get those for Blurred Alert. I think that'd be sweet Blurred Alert swag.
Yeah, that's a Fans Idea is the name of that website.
Okay.
And they have a ton of variety. You can get hockey jerseys, baseball jerseys, and all kinds of different. I actually had a new rig that I was supposed to wear to Comic-Con, but it didn't show up in time. I got some baseball jerseys. So hopefully the next big show I'll be able to flaunt those in lieu of the hockey jerseys.
Very cool. Awesome. Before we get too much into it, because we are going to pick your brain a little bit. For those who don't know who Blake Wright is, we're gonna let him do a quick intro. We're gonna ask him a couple questions before we really dive into the Arnold movie ranking. But before we do that, I would be remiss. I've introduced our guest, but I have not said who I am. So I am Scotty Quippen, aka Quip, aka Stephen Q. Yerkel, and along with me on this fantastic voyage that is Blurred Alert are two rising stars. Well, one's a rising star. Well, they're both rising stars. Yep. All stars are rising.
Just all stars.
In the toy business, we've got Brandon Gash, a.k.a. BG, a.k.a. Gash Money Records. What is going on? How are you doing? How has your week been, Brandon?
Oh, man. Week starting off super, super busy. Weekend was chill. Really, really chill. Actually had the Artiagas over to hang out on Saturday.
Shout out to Danny and Esther.
Shout out to them. They're awesome people. Friday, I went with the wife to see that End of Oak Street movie.
Heard good things. They talked about it. Jay and Gary on Geek Dad Live were talking about it. I didn't realize the title of what it was because it's such a weird, blank title. But I did recognize it when they described it. Dinosaurs in suburbia. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I can't wait to see it.
Okay. I ain't gonna say anything else. Just go into it raw, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Of course.
Cool. And also with us, completing the triumvirate that is the Blurred Alert Council, it is none other than Sebastian Gomez of Sebastian Gomez Toys, also lead toy designer at Bull Air / Sneak Attack Toys. It is Sebastian Gomez, también conocido como El Jefe de Juguetes. What's going on, Seb?
Look at these new glasses that I have.
Oh, you got new glasses.
Let me make it bigger. Hold on.
They don't have crazy glue anymore, which is nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had a little kerfuffle at San Diego Comic-Con.
But I'm also glad that I'm able to sit today because yesterday I threw my back out in the morning.
Oh geez.
And I spent 3 hours on the floor, right next to the bathroom. So
just reflecting on life, just
kind of contemplating the future.
Yeah, my kids kept running around me, and you could see my almost 2-year-old try to jump on me sometimes, and I'd be like, nope.
Daddy's not a trampoline.
So I'm good now. Thank you for my wife for handling the Sunday duties and the Monday duties, but I was able to help out a little bit today. So take care of yourselves, people. We're getting old. Yes.
I got some wise advice from a career mentor who she shared with me. If you do not take time for your wellness, you will have to make time for your sickness. So I thought, that's pretty important. We got to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. But with that, let's say hello to the chat, to the BAMPs, to the A1s, since day ones, our Blurred Alert mega fans who are with us here tonight. Shout out to the replay crew. but the folks who keep it really spicy, interesting, who will probably freak out at some of my picks, are here live this evening. So let's say hey, jumping in. We got VPG, who's already listing his top 3. Jingle All the Way, Kindergarten Cop, and Twins. For those of you who are here in the chat,
solid picks.
Play crew, please let us know. Drop them in the chat. I'll star them. We'll get back to them as you sprinkle them in throughout, because we do want to hear back from y'all. What are your favorite Arnie movies? I will say, as we were putting them together, there's a lot. There's a lot of good ones, but we picked the ones that we like. Okay, we got Esther Arriaga. What is going on, Esther? We got Tech in the place to be. Shout out Tech. We got TNT, their Dynamite, and Just Tapes. What's going on? BG also in the chat, chopping it up with the folks at home. Andrew of Andrew's Gatey's Toys. Let's see, he'll only freak out when our picks are wrong, and they might be. Detroit Dave is also with us. Let's get into. Well, no, actually, before we get into the rambling and ranking, we do want to chat a little bit, right? So, Seb, you had some questions for Blake, right? Just to kind of introduce us, let us know.
Yeah, my question is, Blake, who are you, man?
Who are you, man?
Yeah, I felt like I wanted to go into that Chris Farley character from Saturday Night Live. I am 57 years old. I am married, and I live in a house down by the bay.
There you go.
You can never go wrong with Chris Farley, dude.
Yeah. No. So I mean, yeah. So I'm the editor and publisher of Toy Fair. I almost said Toy Fair magazine.
Almost.
Toy Collector magazine. We've been around since the fall of 22. Issue 25 just shipped out. People should start getting those if they haven't already. Before that, I self-published 3 books about unproduced toys called Toys That Time Forgot, which are available still through places like the Nacelle Store and Big Bad Toy Store. Before that, I did a very brief online toy magazine for 1 year called Little Plastic Men in 2014, which kind of spawned the book project because I only did it for that 1 year. Prior to that, I had an online toy store that my wife and I ran from 2003 to 2006 that was also called Little Plastic Men. So I hung on to the domain thinking that, hey, I'll probably use that one day. As a matter of fact, I still own that domain. So, and then when you go back further, I got back in, I was into toys when I was a kid, big time. I mean, I was 8 years old when Star Wars hit theaters. So it was just perfect, so I collected until I was, in my early teens, and then, baseball and girls and other things started, coming into my circle. And then I got back into toys. Funny enough, it was Star Wars that brought me back in '95 when Power of the Force returned, and I saw that the Hasbro was reissuing or bringing out brand new toys ahead of what would be the special editions coming out. Mm-hmm. And from that point, I kept collecting. As you can kind of see behind me, there's still stuff back there. But I mean, I've probably, bought and sold collections of my own, 3 times over since then. There was a period of about 3 years where the wife and I sold everything we owned and bought an Airstream travel trailer and took off around the country.
So wait, you could use the Airstream to deliver magazines now.
we don't have the Airstream anymore.
Oh man.
Back when I was doing that, I was doing freelance work in the energy business, which is that's my day job. I'm a journalist I've done that for over 30 years, covered the energy business here in Texas. And but during that time, I had an online magazine called Gearphoria, which is all about guitars. Nice. and amps and effects pedals and So I would talk with the builders, just like it was basically just like Toy Collector, except instead of figures, play sets, and vehicles, it was guitars, amps, and pedals. I talked to the boutique guys. I talked to the guys who made the sausage. I talked to the artists that that played these instruments, and so I mean it was a real good time. Met a lot of interesting people, as I have continued to meet interesting people now, just on the toy side. So that's basically where I came from.
And you, as a journalist, are you interested in photojournalism at all? Like, because I know you do photography for your magazine, and I wonder if for the guitar thing, it was kind of a similar thing.
A little bit. I found myself in the photo pits of several concerts back in the day, where I would shoot, artists. I go to a lot of rock and roll shows. I'm a rock and roll kid at heart. One of my favorite stories is here in Houston. I went and shot Extreme, More Than Words. Remember Extreme, everybody, from the 90s? Their lead singer, Gary Sharon, came out and was buzzing around like a mosquito. And there were two other photographers in there with me. And the one got apparently too close to Sharon for his liking. And he actually tried to kick the camera out of his hand.
Oh.
And he missed. And he fell off the stage and into my lap. And we proceeded to sing the second chorus of Rest in Peace off of their Three Sides to Every Story album before he popped back up on stage. And that was probably my most rock and roll story from that, from the period of me being a photographer in the pit anyway. But yeah, about photography, I also still to this day, the wife and I bird watch a lot. It's just one of those things. I saw a funny thing pop up on Facebook this morning. It's like some little song somebody created. It's like, when you're in your 30s, for no reason at all, one day you're going to start liking birds, birds, birds. And I was like, that's kind of what happened. So I do have a nice little photo rig that I do take out when we go bird watching. I try to get some interesting nature photos when I can. Nice. So, but to tell you the inside baseball of a lot of the photography that shows up in Toy Collector.
Sure. Yeah, they're getting up there.
Which model is that? Which one?
It's a 17.
Okay.
Or
Cool.
Whatever. But I mean, it's this works in spades, and I don't have to carry a big rig with me or anything like that. So, yeah, that
is awesome. Thank you for sharing some of your background. The multifaceted Blake Wright. He's very interesting. He loves birds, toys, and that is a great story. That's a really cool story with Extreme. Play With Me is one of my favorite songs from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. The whole sequence where they're like running around the mall. That's Extreme for those who aren't familiar. Very rad. So cool to know that you had that personal story though. As
it was pretty interesting.
Alrighty. Now that we've learned a little bit more about who Blake is, we want to learn a little bit more about what sort of Arnold movies he's into, and that we're all into. So let's switch it up. Let's go ahead. Let me pull this up here. We're going to warm up. We're going to get into the conversation with a high level. Don't overthink it. This is a surprise question. Nobody was prompted. What is the best Arnold movie villain?
Really? This came out of nowhere.
Yeah, came out of nowhere. You got just off the top of your head.
Villain.
I will give Blake the benefit of a little more time to process and put my own co-hosts on the hook. BG. Best Arnold movie villain.
I can start if you want more time, bro.
Yeah, you
Okay,
go
all right,
ahead.
step-
If you got
stepping up. All
one
right.
in the
Who do you
chamber,
think
go ahead,
the
Sebastian.
best opponent to Arnold has been
I,
in all
I
of his
love that you said in the chamber because
In
it's
the chamber.
apropos. It's it's a T1000, guys. I mean, come on, it's not even.
Easy,
easily.
easy. Okay, all right. Tech
Easy.
agrees. Tech is saying T1000. Okay, all right.
Okay, I'll step into the water. You chose him. I'm choosing Predator because for the
Okay,
first time,
all right.
like the size difference was really made aware on camera in that movie. Where it's like, oh man, how is Arnie gonna get out of this jungle against a guy like that? You know, an alien like that. You know what I mean? Like he's dead to rights. That's it.
That's fair. That's fair. So we got T1000. We've got Predator. I will go ahead and say my answer. But before I do, I want to say hey to Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess. What's good? She says
her other comments
Arnold's
funny.
greatest foe is pronunciation. I can't really argue with that. This, his greatest foe. Hold on, because I didn't even think about this answer. I, right along the same lines, am going to say pregnancy from the movie Junior. You didn't see that.
Didn't see that one coming.
Now, you guys called out some good ones, Predator and T1000, so I had to just spice it up a bit with another random selection. But Blake, best Arnold movie villain.
Booster.
Oh wow!
Nobody likes you, Booster.
I'm gonna look up what this is.
That's a great call out. Okay, all right. So now that we've talked Arnold, we're warming up. We got our brains in the mode. Okay, all right. We're gonna go to our number 3 picks, and here I will give Blake the benefit of starting us off. His number 3 pick for best Arnie movie is Twins, with none other than Danny DeVito. So why is this your number 3 pick, Blake?
Yeah, like you've already said, this was tough. I mean, there's just a lot of there's a lot of movies. B, there's a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of like rooted in pop culture type films that Arnie has made over the years. So I wanted to be a little bit contrarian, right? And pick one that I thought that I remember watching and enjoying, but not necessarily would fall into that Terminator, Predator, that sort of thing. Okay. I thought this film was interesting because it was, you know, at its heart, it was a comedy, but it was a weird kind of high level thing. I mean, there's a lot of like science fiction kind of stuff with, you know, they wanted to build this super person, right? And they end up, you know, building Arnie, but they didn't realize when they made this, they artificially inseminated this woman that she was going to have twins. And I think the line from the film is, you know, all the good, virtuous, and strength went into Arnie, and all the leftover crap went into Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it's got a lot of heart, and there's a great scene right about the 1 hour mark where Arnie picks up one of the guys who's been chasing DeVito because he owes him money or whatever, and he brings him to his face and says, "I'll be back." And everyone's just like, I can still hear the people in the theater probably saying, I know that line. Nice. So it's anyway. So that's my number 3.
Was this directed by Danny DeVito, or who was this directed by?
I don't think so.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, because he was on a streak of movies that he directed in the 80s
Twins was
90s.
Ivan Reitman.
Ivan Reitman. Yeah, because I remember that now because Jason's in the movie.
I gotcha.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. This is worth a rewatch. I'm gonna have to watch.
He's attached to so many movies.
He really is. No. Okay, so great pick to start us off. As you mentioned, it's a good balance. You got some comedy, you got some sci-fi, you got some drama in there. That these Arnie movies can really get complex. But moving in to Brandon's BG Cash Money Records, your number 3 pick is Jingle All the Way.
All day. I'd be remiss not to put this on the list because in a way, this is a documentary of my childhood. In a way, my dad really was Arnie in this movie. A couple winters when Spawn was the biggest thing in the world. Like Spawn was everything to me. And the movie had just come out for the summer. So fast forward to that winter, I just wanted all the figures from the movie. And they were really hard to come by, especially in my hometown, which was outside of Chicago. We didn't have a KB Toys. We didn't have Toys R Us. We had JCPenney and Kmart pretty much for toys, and Walmart. And they did not have these Spawn figures. And I was mad, real mad about it, real hot.
Understandably so.
And I asked, it was the only thing on my Christmas list. And my dad was like, yeah, you know, we'll look for the figures in the store. You know, we'll see if they're there. Nothing was ever there. We'd go visit family in Chicago. They had plenty of figures. And I'm like, Dad, man, I really want the Spawn. He's like, it's not Christmas yet. You got to wait for Christmas. Maybe you'll get that one and a whole bunch more. So I'm like, oh, man, just waiting on it, you know, just like this kid in the movie. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait for Christmas. Maybe I'll get it. Christmas is close to my birthday. If I don't get it on Christmas, maybe I'll get it on my birthday. And it was like this deluxe Spawn with like Batwing figure or whatever. And I was like, kind of being a jerk to my dad, if I'm going to be completely honest. Just like it didn't show up on Christmas. So I was like, just like crestfallen. But then like a special box came out of the closet for my birthday, and it was this Spawn figure that I really, really wanted. It just made the whole thing worth it. But then he sat me down. He was like, I need to tell you before you even open up this toy and you enjoy it, like what I had to go through to get this thing. And he told me the whole story. He was like, he worked at a warehouse. He's really cool with the UPS guys. He told him, he was like, man, you know, I can't get this toy for my son. He's been up my tree about it, you know, like I'm looking for this thing. So if you guys, you know, during your deliveries, go to any, you know, toy store, look for this toy. And he had like a picture. I think it was like a clip out from the back of one of the cards. So it was like this particular thing, this thing right here. And so he gave it to one of the truck drivers that he was working with at Blick Art Materials. And just around the Chicago area, back and forth, you know, he'd kind of put little pings out to help lock down this figure for me. And he was like,
that's a solid dad.
Solid dad stuff. And I'm like, oh man. And he was like, one guy had it and then he didn't have it because it was the wrong one. You know, he picked up the wrong figure. It was like Spawn unmasked version. And I knew you weren't going to like that because you liked Spawn with the mask on, with the wings. And so I was like, oh man, this is cool. But he wants this one on the card. He's like, oh, I forgot. Oh, blah, blah. So then he went to another dude. The other guy saw it and was like, I think I saw that one. I'll have to go back to that store. Went back to the store, didn't have it. Came back to my dad, was like, oh, they're out, blah, blah, blah. Then the third guy, so he went through 3 guys to get this figure. And told me about it. I was like, thanks, Dad. Gave him a big old hug.
It's a lot of dudes.
Figure, and I was like, it's just a lot of dudes.
You were so inspired by the story that you said, I'm going to make toys just so my dad doesn't have to struggle. Just so he doesn't
toys all the
make
time.
your own toys.
Todd McFarlane, bringing families together since 1990.
But back to this movie. So this movie really, you know, it gets a lot of flack now. I think whatever, you know, it is a Christmassy feel-good movie, but really it has a lot of like adult stuff webbed through the storyline. Phil Hartman's in there trying to like
put the cookie down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My boy Sinbad was probably at his peak Sinbadness during this time, and was great casting to be like the foe to Arnie, because you know, it's like it's easy to beat Arnie with a bigger guy, but this is like a mailman doing the same thing he's doing. So they're crossing paths during this movie the whole time just to find the same thing, find the whole objective of a toy, but they're going through the gauntlet. And I don't know, just the lore and everything that they built around this movie, even the action figure. Like later on, I researched
Man.
that they actually made Turbo Man figures. You know what
My
I mean?
youngest brother had a Turbo Man, and I brought my second youngest brother the re-released Turbo Man from the 2020s that Walmart had put out too. It's a really cool figure.
Yeah, and just like the suit looked good on Arnie, to where I was like, hey, what is going on? I want to see a movie of this guy,
actual Turbo Man.
Yeah, like
let's Lightyear this bad boy where you actually make it into a movie.
Exactly. So the whole movie worked for me
because that worked out well for Pixar.
Yeah, right. and I think every Christmas I usually watch this movie.
Yeah, I watch this movie every Christmas as well. This has become a classic in our household. My daughter loves it, thinks it's hilarious. My wife is like, okay, we can watch it, but it's kind of the antithesis of the Christmas spirit because it is just all about the commercialism and trying to get the toy. But I will say, you mentioned Sinbad. Loved Sinbad in this movie. My favorite bit from Sinbad is when he just picked a random package and he was like, there's a bomb in here. And he tried to distract them, and then it actually blew up. And he was like, people are sick.
Yeah. Horrible.
Oh,
dude,
he was great.
I guess a little connection with DeVito. Sinbad shows up in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode. I don't know which season it is.
Oh yeah,
but it's a good episode.
Not Dave Matthews.
Aren't they like at a crazy house or something?
Yeah. They were like in a crazy bin or something like that.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah. I haven't watched It's Always Sunny. I need to watch it.
Oh, it's insane. I mean, like,
talking about Danny DeVito, like,
I've seen some clips.
Classic.
I'm going to need to watch it. But before we go off too much about It's Always Sunny, let's stick with Arnie conversation. Seb, really want to get to your number 3 pick. Let's go ahead and pull it up. It is Kindergarten Cop. This is a solid selection.
Look at that. All of his covers are amazing. Look, they're all iconic.
All of them. As I was pulling up the movie posters, I was just, again, the memories flooding back, all the different Arnie quotes, just so good. Kindergarten Cop would have been my number 4. Actually, it would have been my number 5. We'll get to my number 4 later. But yeah, Kindergarten Cop, it was up there. It was really high. It was on the list, I think, and then I took it off and I edited the list. But Sebastian, tell us why Kindergarten Cop is your number 3 selection.
This movie, what year did it come out? Do you guys know?
I want to say 92, but let me Google it real quick.
93.
Okay, so this movie is like peak nostalgia for me because it has a really good bad guy, honestly.
It does.
And I don't know.
1990.
I don't know if the dude is trying to be as bad as he seems to be, but it's the the mama's boy with the ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
He's freaking terrifying. Or at least that's how I remember him. I don't know if he is
the hair slicked back. I didn't trust anybody with the ponytail.
Well, he's got that whole thing where the mom controls everything about him, and he will do anything to impress mommy. You know what I mean? And that is.
But he's
terrifying.
very psychotic with like other people. Like
100%.
It's a really weird dynamic. She was the first villainous boy mom.
Sure. So there was that. There was my first movie adult crush. Obviously, I was a child, but it was the mom of the kid. I don't remember their names, but
I thought you were about to say the principal. But go ahead.
Is she the principal?
No, the principal's a different actress.
No, it's the woman
it's the mom.
that. Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but that off the shoulder pink sweater.
It's a very 90s look. It's a very 90s look.
And to this day, whenever my wife wears off the shoulder stuff, I'm like, okay. Anyhow,
you like pre-stretch out the neck holes on. Hey, wifey, I got you a sweatshirt. Why is it an
old sweater? Like yeah, it's all stretched.
There is everything, dude. There's like the undercover dynamic, which was kind of like okay, that was like the 90s way of doing it. The way the kid put the tinfoil stuff on the tower. And that tower was huge.
Yeah.
So there was just an element of just like survival and danger and all that stuff. And I don't know. I just love that movie. It's like pure nostalgia for me. I think, again, I watched this in Chile. So it was very like kids wearing their own clothing to school was very weird for me because we used uniforms, so that was one thing. The buildings were completely different than the buildings that we had over there. So everything was like very America, and that's how it felt. So, yeah, I love this movie. It would have been higher if it wasn't for all the other cool stuff that Arnie's done. But
Too many hits.
Things. Blake, you got any favorite moments of Kindergarten Cop?
I'm going to confess, I don't think I've ever seen Kindergarten Cop all the way through.
That's okay. You
Yeah.
are going to have the pleasure of watching Kindergarten Cop. So we won't ruin too much of it, of a 1990 movie. But
spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
spoilers.
36 years later.
Yeah, but I remember the grittiness of the opening Arnold, right? With the beard and how, he's the rogue cop busting into the bad guy's hideout or to find the villain's girlfriend and like pulling her out of there and everything. That was a really cool opening scene. But what really honestly stands out most to me is the scene with the quote where he's like, hey, we're going to play a game called Who's Your Daddy and What Does He Do? And then just so many different quotables. But from this movie, the Arnold quote that I think stands out to me is you kids are soft. You like discipline. But like the kids quotes are like the kids outshine Arnold with one-liners. I think this is one movie where Arnold is famous for his one-liners, but our mom says our dad is a real sex machine, or what's another one? Of course, it's is it a tumor? It's not a tumor.
Dude, you remember these like off the cuff?
Yeah, off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of the other one where our mom. Oh, I don't want to be a police officer. I want to be a pretty princess. Just so many good quotes.
Dude, and I forgot to even talk about the female cop, the sister. Yeah. She was a badass, dude.
Yes, she was. She was awesome. But BG, thoughts on Kindergarten Cop? Your favorite quote or character?
A long minute. I do remember it was in constant rotation on USA Network.
Sure.
Like me and my sister would just like, we're just gonna pop down to watch, Kindergarten Cop. But there was one scene I remember knowing that I guess Arnie had comedic chops a little bit more than I gave him credit for, was when he's completely over these kids and they do like a spin around of him just like he's losing it.
It's almost like Total Recall, but the faces that he's making of
all that, and I'm like, dang, he's pissed. And that was like a perfect like moment. This burned in my mind, just knowing like that guy is done with these kids, and it shows. It was perfect.
I've had some of those moments.
You've had those moments.
Everybody's had those moments with kids.
We've all had those moments where you just have to take a moment, take a deep breath. I don't yell, but just take a deep breath.
Dude, I'm gonna tell my kid tomorrow. I'm like, you're soft. You like discipline.
You do it.
He's gonna be like, what?
Make a man out of him.
I'm sure I've quoted it to my daughter. I know I've said it to my daughter, but she knows it's like I do the voice, so she's like, all right, whatever. But we got Brick something who's agreeing with you, Blake. Though he's like, same here. Arnie as a cop pretending to be a teacher. I'll pass.
Well, but I have a bone to pick with this because Blake didn't say anything bad about the movie. He just said he hasn't watched it, and Brick like straight up attacked it. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? We're gonna have to have him on just so we can talk about this.
We will. He said, "Hey, give him a loincloth or make him fight monsters and aliens," and he's there. But just kids, nah.
Dude, what do you think kids are? They're like a mix between monsters and aliens.
They can be. Children are our precious future.
That's hilarious.
Happy birthday, Brick. By the way, when was it?
Shout out! Happy birthday, Brick. Yeah,
it's on Friday, right? Happy belated.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. My number 4 pick has got to be The Last Action Hero.
Amazing.
Look at that poster, man.
Yeah, look at
way ahead of its time. Just beautiful, beautiful movie art. When you talk about a meta movie, a movie at this point we had some Naked Gun movies, some movies that, I mean, there are a lot of parodies out there, particularly from Mel Brooks, but this action movie. I'll say this movie ran so that Deadpool could soar. As far as it being aware, you have characters that are in movies, out of movies. There's the proxy kid that like gets into the movie, who goes to the movie theaters for escapism because he's got a lot going on. It's part of why the story resonates with me, as far as why I've gotten so into cartoons or movies at the time, right? It was a little bit of escapism from some of the stuff that was going on, like at home in daily life. And so watching a movie where there's a kid that is a proxy for me, where it's like, wait, what? He can get sucked into the movie. And then in the movie, there's fake trailers. There is the to be or not to be, not to be. And then the explosion like goes up behind them where he's like, Claudius, you killed my father. Big mistake. Just so many great quotes. Also reference to Danny DeVito from Twins. Danny DeVito played the voice of Whiskers the cat, the cartoon cat.
Yeah, the detective
It was almost like, so it was an action movie that was aware of itself, and there were references to so many other movies, like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit of action movies instead of cartoons. So you had T-1000 walking out of the police station. You had Sharon Stone's character from Basic Instinct walking out of it. Tina Turner playing the mayor. Mario Van Peebles playing himself in the real world. You had MC Hammer. Like, this is a time capsule of a movie that just captured so much about it. And even the whole giant chase scene, one of the villains dies because an ice cream truck blows up and the cone goes into the back of the guy's head. Like, there is so much crazy, cartoonish action. And there's even the reference to I'll be back, right? Where he's interviewing, or he goes up to the house of the suspected drug dealer. And then he asked the question, hey, are there any drug dealers in there? It's a good day to hunt down drug dealers. And what is it? I'm forgetting the name of the actor who played, he was also in Running Man. I'm forgetting, he was a wrestler. But he answers the door. It's kind of like an Odd Job type feel, where he's like in the tuxedo and everything. And then he goes to get the big boss and they have a whole exchange. And then Arnold basically, after their whole exchanges, says, I'll be back. Bet you didn't know that I was going to say that. And the kid's like, no, it's kind of like your thing. Like, we know you're going to say it. In fact, like, everybody's waiting for you to say it in all of your movies. So the fact that they even referenced how everybody waits for him to say, I'll be back in all the movies. I don't know. It captures all of the Arnold movies for me. So it had to be my number 3 pick.
Did it ever break the fourth wall, like in the movie?
Yeah,
I think so.
As far as like looking down the lane,
like towards the audience.
Yeah. The villain who had like a cool little eye thing, winked to camera, like when he put in like the weird target eye or something like that. This movie was top. Like, it was kind of hard not putting this on the list too.
I gotta rewatch this one. Clearly, I don't recall that much about it, but I gotta watch it.
There's so crazy stunts, like just pure action. The same director of Die Hard directed this, John McTiernan, and the villains are all top level. Like the beginning of the movie, when you're seeing this kid watch this movie with the villain with the axe, I'm like, there's nothing scarier than that villain, man. That
Ripper?
Villain, yeah,
that's
terrifying. That was perfect wardrobe for a last action hero. Like, just the red shirt, what is it, suede tan jacket with
suede brown jacket, the cowboy boots,
boots and blue jeans.
Yeah,
come on.
That you've got all the Jack Slater branding and action figures. I mean, there was a reference to E.T. Those action figures. Well, this also was
action figures are badass.
The first movie where quite literally the movie studio attached branding or a billboard for Jack Slater, like for the movie, for Last Action Hero, that was launched into space. So it's the first movie that ever had advertisement in space, like outside of our atmosphere, which is really rad. And then they had like a 4-story tall inflatable Arnold Schwarzenegger at, I want to say, the Cannes Film Festival, like really pushing for advertisement of this film. I think it was just ahead of its time. I don't know that audiences knew how to take it. But
Because I don't think
enjoyed
we
it.
got meta movies that much. Like we did get Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and that was kind of it. And I kind of think this also, as far as like a kid proxy into the story, was kind of akin to Never Ending Story. How it's like you're reading a book and then you drop
Yep.
into the story and then you're figuring stuff out as a kid with this character. But this one for me got so much rewatch compared to the Never Ending Story. Like my sister loves Never Ending Story. I'll cry at that horse scene. You know, I can't get past it.
Artax.
But
Oof,
this
that's
one,
rough one. Yeah.
but this one, I'll watch it all the way through. No tears, just nothing but enjoyment. Popcorn flick.
I mean, Frank McRae as Decker, as the police chief, who's angry,
Oh,
who's just always
all the time.
yelling, and his
Yelling
ears are
to the
steaming,
point
and it breaks
the office blows
glass.
up.
Yes,
Yeah.
just give me your badge and your gun. Just all the classic movie like spoofing. There's a moment where they're in a Blockbuster video as well. That was always fun to me, where it's like they even had like a standee for Terminator 2.
Yep.
But the standee, instead of it being Arnold, it was Sylvester Stallone. So that was like a crazy meta moment as well. So awesome. If you haven't seen it in a while, definitely got to rewatch. I mean, folks are tech. I agree with you. Criminally underrated. Had to be on my list. And yep, Boo Cat, Last Action Hero. Just great movie. So
did anybody have the figures at all? Did anybody, or at least see them out in the wild?
My brother
look really
had
cool.
the laser Jack. I really wanted Dynamite Jack, but I never got it. And then there's the car. It's such a small toy line that you can easily collect all the Jack Slaters, the Ripper, the Kid, and then the car. And I think that's it. Maybe no more than 10 figures and then a vehicle. So if you wanted it, I feel like they're reasonably priced last time I checked, but really fun toy line. And like you said, just really iconic red shirt, jeans, the Arnold likeness, the Arnie likeness on those action figures is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any last thoughts? Blake, have you seen Last Action Hero?
It's been a minute, but yeah.
Okay.
But to me, you know, the star of that movie is going to be that 69 Pontiac Bonneville convertible.
Yeah.
I like the man's car.
It is. It's a very cool car. Very cool car. All right. Now we are going to our number 2 picks. Seb, I'm going to let you kick us off this time. Okay. All right. So let's see. Seb, your number 2 pick is Terminator.
The original.
The Terminator. The original. So go ahead, walk us through it. Why the Terminator?
Before I jump into the Terminator, I Googled this because I was curious, and Drew Struzan had to do with the poster for Last Action Hero, because I was just like, I recognize something about that poster. So I'm a Terminator guy. Like, it's one of my favorite just franchises, period. I even watch the new ones hoping that they do something for me. Most of the time they don't. But I just love everything about it. I love like old school sci-fi. I don't love that it's coming true, but you know, it is what it is. I like the fact that, you know, he was the bad guy in this movie. I guess I can't talk. I'm going to try to talk about this one without talking about the other ones. But I like the characters, who they portray in this one, the music, the way it was shot. Apparently, I was looking up some stuff on it. Very low budget movie. I think it cost like $6 million to make.
Yeah, super low.
Which is pretty crazy. And apparently, but I should have more specifics on this movie, but I really don't. So I guess it had to be in there. Obviously, it's a number 2, but it could be a number 1 easily. He launched James Cameron, obviously, career. I think Arnold's as well. No, kind of as an action guy.
I think he was coming off of Conan to do this.
Right. So there was some weird. I also saw that there was some timing stuff. So I guess he did Conan before it, but he had signed up for this. as well. So I guess I'm looking up Wikipedia right now, but I guess his time in Conan gave Cameron time to work on the script for Rambo and Aliens, which makes sense.
Oh, wow.
But what do you guys have to say about this movie? Do you like it? Do you not?
I'm a big fan of Michael Biehn from the TV show Magnificent Seven. So the fact that he is what's the character's name? Kyle Reese. That he is Kyle Reese in there. Really cool to see him. Bill Pullman's little cameo as well when the Terminator first shows up and he's a punk. That's always just a fun factoid to keep in your back pocket. Paul Winfield, just movie giant. Love him and everything he's in as Traxler. And then again, Linda Hamilton. This was my intro to Linda. Well, my intro to Linda Hamilton was, T2. But
it wasn't Beauty and the Beast, the series?
No, it wasn't Beauty and the Beast series.
What is that?
Is a great call out. That's a great call out. Well, we will talk.
Okay, we'll get it.
What?
Sorry.
No, but so, and to add a
Yeah.
little bit more, you mentioned Kyle Reese. I don't know
Yeah.
his name as an actor, but I think he did great. And a couple of years ago, I went on eBay shoe hunting because Kyle Reese wears these like black Nike Vandals, which are hard to come by, and I ended up buying the same type of shoe but a different colorway.
Okay.
And I think I can say this, but my second kid, his name is Reese.
No.
And basically, we were like 6 months into the pregnancy. We weren't coming up with a name that we both liked. So I went to work one day and I downloaded this list with like 100 names that were like current. And Reese was there, but spelled different, like Reese Witherspoon. So I think she looked at that name and I looked at it, and she liked it from like a book that she liked, and I liked it because of Kyle Reese. But we ended up spelling it differently. But every time like I tell the story, I'm like, oh yeah, have you guys watched Terminator? I'm named my kid after that. And it's kind of odd. But it's one of these like 90s characters, and also Linda Hamilton, totally opposite of who she played in T2. Was like this kind of I don't know what's the word, because it's not
Damsel.
Damsel.
Yeah.
Damsel. Yeah.
And I remember clearly she had that scene where she's riding that really cool moped that probably only runs at like 50 miles per hour. And I remember because I made before the toy stuff, I developed like a video game that didn't go. It's not finished, but it's pretty far along. And it's kind of based on like an alien invasion side scroller thing. And I wanted to make a level that was one of these like Ninja Turtle levels where the camera keeps moving and you have to kind of figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And I wanted to add that moped. So I modeled it. I got pretty far into it. But anyways, I just wanted to add those two characters and kind of those things that stuck with me. But yeah. BG, what do you think?
Oh my God, I got so much to say about this movie because it's up there with one of the movies I saw way too early, and I needed my dad to take me to the library, bust open the Fangoria magazines or Starlogs to explain, like, no, that wasn't Arnie taking his eye out. That didn't happen. It's fake. Literally, here's the guy. Here's Stan Winston. So that's how I knew. Yeah. Of these names, these creature makers. And the thing about it is like that design of the skeleton inside, the actual mechanics of it all, the fear that you have that you can't stop this thing. It felt so real, and it still feels real watching it even today, because you're like, yeah, that would suck, right? If you had a unkillable robot from the future tracking you down. And he won't stop. This dude's telling you, like, he's trying to save your life. You can't trust him either until you can. But Reese is trying to get her through all this, which is such a wild ride. It's more of a horror movie than it is sci-fi for a good chunk of that movie, because Arnie's a serial killer, dude. He is wiping everybody out. Named Sarah Connors.
Well, he also does that he also does that slow walk. You know what I mean? Like he's got that Jason walk where he's it doesn't matter how slow he goes, he's gonna find you. Oh, and you remind me, he's going through all the Sarah Connors, like
through the phone book,
taking them all out.
wiping them all out, and then it's like, "Hey, girl, you're on the news. You're dead." It's like, what? What? And then she's in a nightclub. Everybody, it's classic 80s too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
everybody's style, the hairs, the wardrobes, everything is so 80s, but it still feels modern at the same time, because what would you do against this unkillable threat, even to the last minute of that movie when they're in that factory? It's like, I don't know if they're going to make it.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Like, this clawed hand is coming toward the camera and then just,
oh my God.
It's horror, dude. It's class. I love this movie.
All right, just want to read this from Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess. She called it out. Terminator was written more of a slasher movie, but once Arnold was on board, they shifted more sci-fi action. That tracks. You know, you got to understand the range of who your lead is. So, no, that's really cool. Okay, Esther is saying, I agree, was super scared by how he didn't really speak much. Very freaky. Yep.
What freaked me out more was when I think he took like fire to his face, so his eyebrows were gone in like the next scene. And if you didn't realize it, you're just like, dude, he just looks freaky. Like, what is going on? But then you're realizing it's like it's nothing that happens on the surface is affecting him. Anything could happen to him. There's bullet shrapnel in his skin. He loses an eye, puts on the classic shades, gets all these weapons to go into the police department. That stuff is scary.
Yeah, that police department scene was wild. And I just remember watching the TV movie, like the TV edit for it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Blake, thoughts on the Terminator, the original, the OG?
Yeah, I mean, it's so many iconic lines poured out of this movie. I mean, you know, is this the house of Sarah Connor? Come with me if you want to live. I'll be back. You know, it's
this is the origin of I'll Be Back, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. So I mean, it's just, you know, and Arnie, you know, at this point, I don't think Hollywood still knew what they had yet, right?
No.
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out, you know, because I mean, what, he's got 12 lines in this whole film, maybe. It's not a lot. So you start to see, you know, what I mean, he wasn't really challenged at all with this particular picture, but it proved, I think, for Hollywood that he had a presence and that they could use that in future films, even if they didn't, you know, necessarily need to write, you know, big soliloquies for him or whatever. So I think it went a very long way to establishing him as, you know, box office, I don't say box office gold, but somebody that, you know, that fans could not relate to, but cheer for or cheer against or whatever, you know. So
what was the vibe, if you guys remember, for this character? Because he is a bad guy. Were people cheering for him?
Not necessarily cheer, but I guess the adrenaline rush of the movie, to see it all the way through, you kind of don't care if he's a villain, because it is Arnie, you know what I mean? There's plenty of movies where Arnie is the hero, and this is like kind of the wild take of him being the most extreme villain, at least for me. So it's like, even if I didn't see this, I guess, in the youth of his career, I popped it on after seeing him be a hero for all millions and millions of movies that he's already made. I guess it's a kind of a different realm and kind of a challenge for him to be this evil. Maybe.
Yeah, he was also programmed to be that, right? So there's also that layer.
But then the rest of the Terminator movies don't put him back into that mold.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't make him be evil again.
Maybe they should.
Like a clone version of it.
I kind of think, I won't debate that he wasn't evil, but I think that a lot of moviegoers, especially like teens, kids, who are into this sort of thing, just saw a badass on the screen.
Yeah,
You're right.
Regardless of if he was good or bad, he was
Mhm.
just, it was like, damn, that thing
Right.
is in here out for business. And so I think that kind of, if anybody did cheer for the Terminator, I think that it was on that basis that, this is, look at that badass go, man.
Mhm.
Ain't nothing stopping him.
I mean, there was one funny. I took my son Miles to he had his ear tubes removed, so we went to the children's hospital, and whenever he was done, they put him in a wheelchair because I guess it's kind of their protocol to like roll him out. So we're almost out, and we see Darth Vader with some stormtroopers, and clearly there are people that dress up and go to see kids and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my wife that it was funny that like the bad guys are the ones that are going to like support the children or like make them feel good. You know what I mean?
That is fun.
I don't know if the Terminator showed up to a children's hospital.
I don't know, right?
Well, at this point,
the
Terminator, the first one, maybe not. But there are other movies that we may be discussing that it would be a positive thing to see him there.
Yeah.
Right?
For someone like Vader, I can understand it though. If you need help on the dark side, you get them while they're young.
Sure, yeah.
Like millions.
Or like Shredder offering cigarettes,
Yeah, it's like younglings for the dark side, right?
All right. So let's get to your number 2 pick, Blake. I'm going to pull it up here now. I wonder if Brick's still here because now we're talking. All right. Yes. Conan the Barbarian.
Nice. Great.
And this could have easily been number 1.
I'm sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
And but I mean, this was, what year did this come out? 84, 83, 80?
Conan,
84.
84.
Yeah, so I'm what?
Okay, 14, yeah, so same, you just said same year as the Terminator. So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 14, 15 years old when this comes out. So
wait, no, Conan the Barbarian came out in 82.
Did it?
Yeah, not the Destroyer. We're talking the Barbarian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Barbarian, so I'm 13, 12, 13 years old. So yeah, and there's an orgy scene in it for a 13-year-old. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Oh, I gotta watch this tonight. What?
That's crazy. That is crazy.
No, but I mean, there's so many iconic scenes. Again, he says 3 words the entire film, but so many iconic scenes when you 30 minutes in where he meets the witch and he's looking for the symbol, 2 snakes facing each other. And of course they have sex and she turns into some demon and she throws her in the fire. And then when he's captured by Thulsa Doom and he's put on the Tree of Woe, how can you not like the Tree of Woe? I mean, that's just, and plus being the bird guy, there's so many vultures there waiting on him to die. Really amazing. But there's a 10-minute section in this film that starts at about, I think, an hour 30 into it, where they first they're going back into Thulsa Doom's stronghold, and they apply the war paint. So you've seen so many of these figures where Arnold has his stripy, stripy war paint. So from there, it goes into. I took notes actually. We'll see.
Nice.
You wrote notes.
A journalist, man.
Okay,
nice.
So it goes from the war paint into the orgy, and the orgy during the orgy is when Thulsa Doom turns into the big snake.
Mm-hmm.
He does the transformation, and then they just basically bum rush this orgy. So they're killing these people who are naked, and everyone's running around. There's blood going everywhere. And it was at that point where you get the 2 very iconic Conan poses. You get where he brings the sword over his hand and does that, and then you get the baseball swing when he's like that, and that all that takes place in like 10 minutes in this film. So it's just like you're sitting there with your mouth agape, going, "This is nuts."
Wait, does he keep the war paint after the orgy or
no? He does get rid of it because this is
okay.
Because on their way out is when the girl gets shot with the snake arrow, and they have to go and deal with that. But And then, of course, at the end, spoiler alert, he goes and kills Thulsa Doom, basically chops his head off in front of all of his followers and does the old, Medusa thing where he's holding his head up, for everybody to see. And then he just kind of casually throws it down the steps of this big pyramid or whatever. So, yeah, it's just, it's at the height of the whole 80s fantasy, when that was a thing, and it was perfectly absurd and perfectly the kind of thing that would get branded into my 13-year-old brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
and
very
so
formative
for that,
age to...
yeah, for that, Conan gets number 2. Could have easily been number 1.
I want to know what
Alright,
your number
fair
1
enough.
is now. Like, I know it, but I'm like, man, if you loved it this much,
Yeah,
like what is a step up above this? You know what I mean? Like, how do you go bigger?
we'll get there. But
We'll
thoughts
get there.
on Conan the Barbarian?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing. I love this movie. I was in a deep dive watching it years back when I was still working at Super 7, and they were releasing the King Conan figure set, and I worked on that. So I was rewatching like everything from this movie, and that King Conan scene is only in the movie for like 5 seconds. So like I paused and microscope like every little detail that was in there. So did the rest of the team. But also I was like, hey, I've got permission to watch a badass movie while I'm working. Why not? So I kept on watching it. And it's like there's so many iconic lines. Well, not really lines, but like scenes and beats throughout that whole movie. I never grew up like a big sword and sandal movie going person. It was either lasers and starships, aliens and monsters, but this kind of had all that in there too. So I was like, man, this is so cool. Like there's monsters, there's witches, there's craziness, a lot of violence. And Arnie just, this is his first shot out, and he does such a great, I guess, presence. Like you said, it's like his presence in the movie is almost larger than the movie. Without him in it, I don't know what you get. You get like Jason Momoa trying to do it like a couple of years back, where it's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work unless you're on the precipice of being iconic yourself, kind of.
That's fair. Seb, thoughts on Conan?
Dude, I don't think if I saw this movie, I was again a child that shouldn't have been watching it. But I mean, when Blake mentioned Norgy, I was like, whoa. So maybe I haven't seen this movie.
I haven't seen it. Well, no. Let me take that back. I've seen parts of it. I've seen parts of it, and it's on like TBS or something.
It's on YouTube for free, guys. Just watch
YouTube
it.
For free.
Yeah.
Is it like unrated on YouTube?
There may have been some cuts and blurred out things.
It sounds like it would need to be, but we having not seen it, I do want to pull up. So Brick left a lengthy comment. So he's like, "Hey, we will read a comment from Brick, an appreciator of Conan the Barbarian.
Absolute cinema.
For me, this was a near perfect vehicle for Arnie at this point in his career. Play to his strengths. It's a different Conan from books and comics, but an excellent interpretation on its own merits. One of his favorite films. So you are not alone. I've heard lots of glowing reviews of Conan. What I know of Conan is more along the lines of the comics, the action figures, and the Universal Studios stage play of Conan the Barbarian, which has some roots in Motu, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it's the same writers who did the Motu, either movie or on stage play. Yeah.
The music is really good. James Earl Jones as Thulsa Doom is really good. He's just got this presence about him, with that long, straight black hair, and he's showing, explaining to Conan, what real power is, and how there's this one scene where he basically coaxes this beautiful young girl to jump to her death for him. come to me, my child. And so she just jumps off this cliff and splats herself onto the pavement. So I mean, it's just like, it goes, that is power. I was like,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it is.
Yeah, James Earl
cult
Jones,
leader.
iconic villain of
Yeah,
the 80s, voice of
Yeah,
Darth
go-
Vader, and now Thulsa Doom. Yeah.
yeah. Y'all need to watch that.
What was the
Okay.
soundtrack like? What kind of music was it?
It was just, I mean, it was very, it's orchestral. The main theme is it's a bit of an earworm. You'll get it stuck in your head a little bit.
I feel like Ace Ventura may be one of the only reasons why I know the music from Conan, because I think there's a part where he goes like bam 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 bam. I don't know. Like
That's
Cable
Trek.
Guy.
Yeah,
was that Star Trek?
that's Cable
Okay,
Guy.
okay,
Uh-huh.
okay. Oh, it was
was it-
Cable Guy.
Was
Okay,
it Cable
all right,
Guy?
fair enough.
Yeah, Cable Guy. When they're gonna get me off on tangent here.
Were they at medieval times? And
Yeah,
he was doing
medieval
Star Trek music?
times. And,
Okay,
yeah,
that's my bad then.
Dude,
If
the
he was doing
Cable
the
Guy
music
was
for Marina,
terrifying, by the
okay.
way. That is.
that's a dark comedy, but a
Yeah,
good
That
movie.
is our comedy, and we'll okay. I got to make a note. Ramble and Rank, Jim Carrey movies.
Ramble.
Yep. But
Mhm.
back to Arnie. Keeping it on Arnie. We are at number 2, and this is our first double selection. Brandon's number 2 and my number 2
What?
are none other than
Oh, come on.
Terminator 2.
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Never say it's over.
So good.
He's back, baby. He's back.
He's back.
He
So
came back. He
Brandon,
said that
you
he
go
came
ahead,
back. He's back.
kick us off. Let us know, why is Terminator 2 your number
Oh
2?
man, I don't know if you get more 90s than this movie, more iconic than this as a sequel. There's a lot of great sequels, but this one in the 90s when it hit, I remember being so excited for the initial poster, like that is right there, where it's just streamlined black with a little bit of that red eye coming through the glasses. The trailers didn't really show you too much. I think it was just like flames and the exoskeleton, and then just like T2 slamming down in metal. Perfect. And just knowing that Arnie's in it, not knowing the story, because at first, when I first saw it, I thought he was back as a villain. That was my first interaction to it. I was like, oh man, he's back, and is he bad? Bad to the bone? Of course he is. But
Yeah.
I didn't know he was going to be the hero of the film, pretty much. Like, you get emotional throughout his whole journey of becoming a little bit more human than not human with the Connors, and you're seeing, with what was his kid's name? The actual actor, because that was his
John.
first.
The actor. Okay.
Yeah, because it was like his first big movie, but he sold it so well.
He's so
as like
good in that
a
movie.
teen in the 90s. Everything about it, like the soundtrack.
Eddie Furlong.
Yeah, how can I forget? And just like the pacing of it, and that new threat of the T-1000 was just brutal. Knowing that you really couldn't mess this guy up with, the normal weapons from the first movie. It's like you have to really get creative on bringing this thing down, and all the things that it could do, like turn himself into any character. That one scene with what's it called? His stepmom in the kitchen, and then like Arnie
How's
is
Wolfie?
on the phone. Yeah, how's Wolfie?
What's your
He's
dog's
like,
name?
You don't. Yeah, and then like straight up kills the stepdad. I'm like, whoa, what are we up to? Like, this is crazy. And then the breaking out of his mom out of the loony bin, and you're seeing like all these things that were set up in the first movie, and then you're seeing like, what is it, 10 years later? So it's like she admits all this stuff on camera to all the doctors, and the doctors are like, yeah, sure, a thing from the future. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, she's real crazy and all this stuff. And then
do you know why
trying
Sarah Connor is captured and imprisoned in this particular movie? Do you know why?
Yeah, that's been making the rounds lately.
to
It's because she was blowing up data centers to stop
yeah,
AI.
right? Yeah.
Which we are not promoting. We're just talking about what a cool aspect of this movie
I
was.
mean, Is it a
Yeah.
biography? Is
Anyhow.
this a documentary, or is it an action movie? But
It's an action movie, but yeah.
you had that going on in the background, but then you had similar, and I know I make fun of you, Quip, about having dual keys to open up certain security locks at work. That was my first interaction of like seeing a guy who had to go through like double doors and like, okay, 1, 2, and then go in there and see the T 800 like arm,
the arm that they had to get in the glass.
it's just like, whoa, like they're building up all this lore within like what you saw and where they're going with the movie. And I'm not even talking about action scenes yet, but some of the best action scenes ever filmed. Like you saw him being chased by the semi truck on the motorcycle, grabbing the kid off of the motorbike, putting them, it's like doing the whatever cocked shotgun to like shoot out the window. These are iconic scenes. And then toward the end, when it's just all hell breaks loose, T-100 is in a helicopter chasing down like their little Winnebago or their little truck, shooting all sorts of weapons. I think they like even had the helicopter go underneath a bridge.
They did.
Insanity. All that would be CGI now, but they did it like for real. And
with
then
and stuff, probably.
I mean, kind of nuts. All that stuff to say that I really, really love this movie.
Love the movie. Love, again, it's like a time capsule of the 90s where they're at the mall. Honestly, the mall is such a character in a lot of these movies, whether it is Kindergarten Cop, where they're walking through and you see like the dad kind of spying out what's happening in the mall. But here you get to go behind the scenes in the mall where they're in the corridor, and then that iconic scene where he's walking with a box of flowers and then he just whips out the shotgun from the box of flowers. Just so good. When they're in the arcade, shout out to the redheaded buddy of Johnny Connor, played by Danny Cooksey, aka Bobby Butnick from Salute Your Shorts.
Salute Your Shorts fame,
where the cop comes up to him and he's like, "Hey, do you see this kid?" And he's like, no, don't know him. And then goes, "Hey, yo, a cop is looking for you, man. You better duck out of here."
Get out.
Saved the future, right? He didn't know it at the time. He was looking out for his buddy, but the arcade scene of just hanging out and being a kid in the 90s, so cool. And then, like you said, the chase scene where he had his own dirt bike, and even before where he was hacking into the ATMs and getting money out and everything. It was kind of a, there you go, that kid proxy in an action movie. And as you said, them turning the first movie on its head, where when you see Terminator, you're like, oh no, he's back and he's gonna go after them again. But it's like, wait a minute, this Terminator was sent back by John Connor to protect himself and his mother when he was a kid. Like, just the whole meta aspect of it, and then the introduction of T-1000, which I will agree is I will agree that is the best villain that Arnold has had.
And there was you mentioned the little ATM hack. Like, first of all, it kind of makes sense that machine could do that for some reason. Like, you're like, yeah, that checks out.
Sure.
And then and then the kid is like, your mom must be so cool, and he's like, nah, she's crazy, you know. So like, even the kid, like, he's aware and he's happy, I guess, that she taught him that kind of stuff, but also acknowledges that it's not a regular way to like grow up, you know. So the kid is aware of it all, and he's just kind of I guess figuring out a way to like have fun and just kind of survive through it all.
Well, she had taught him some of those hacker things.
Right. And that's what I mentioned. Like, he was happy that she did teach him like weird things, but he still acknowledges that she probably shouldn't have, right? But yeah, no, I can't say enough about this movie. It's my comfort watch, actually.
It is. It's a great movie to watch. Him teaching him the hasta la vista, baby. We all learned the power of liquid nitrogen because of this movie to freeze things. 100%. Brian Brink. And it's funny now, even generationally, like I haven't shared this with my daughter just yet, but this is my RoboCop. BG tells a story about seeing RoboCop way too early.
Yeah.
I was 5 when this movie like dropped, and we were watching it home movie theaters, 1 TV, 1 VHS. We're going to Blockbuster. My dad wanted to see Terminator 2, so guess what we're watching? Terminator 2. And when I tell you again that never drink from a milk carton,
No.
after seeing that, like, well, except for the little tiny ones like in school, but like the big ones that you would have at the house, don't drink out of those, which is gross anyway. But that's a good PSA if you want your kids to stop drinking from the milk carton. Show them that at 5. And then the scene of Robert Patrick just chasing them.
Yeah.
Like
Going full
even as a
tilt.
kid, when I wanted to run faster, I did the knife hands as well. I did the right, but
and his face was frozen.
Yes.
It didn't move. That was the creepiest thing.
terrifying.
He was moving at such a
Terrifying.
rate, but his face was just like a brick wall.
And then
Mhm.
there's even a part where, and this part was played by like 2 twins, but the security guards in the asylum,
Mhm.
where like the security guards getting the coffee, and you see the liquid, you see T-1000 come up from the floor,
Yep.
right? So he's like, wait a minute. I get that he can like morph into different people, but he can blend with a floor. I didn't like checkered paneled floors for the longest time then. But he comes up and then he takes out that security guard, and then again, even that menacing walking through the bars, such an iconic shot in cinema, and then the gun getting stuck to like buy them some more time. Even the development of Linda Hamilton's character Sarah Connor, where that's the first movie that I remember seeing that was a positive of, you know, a strong woman lead who like that juxtaposition of what you referred to earlier, Seb, of her being the damsel in distress in the first movie to going through that trauma. I mean, she got right, and you saw her doing the pull-ups.
Oh man.
It's funny because, you know, you mentioned the off the shoulder thing from Kindergarten Cop. I know I kind of give my wife the eye whenever she's wearing like a tank top or a wife beater and like the gray sweatpants where she's like,
And doing
like
pull-ups.
working out or something. I'm like, yeah, you got your Sarah Connor thing going on with your muscle definition in your back. Like, what's up? What do you got going on?
Where let's cap in these shades real quick.
To me, that was Vasquez from Aliens. That was the equivalent. Like with the way she wielded that gun, just like,
and she played the mom who was the stepmom, right? She was the stepmom.
She was the stepmom. She just had longer hair. Wait, did she? Hold on.
Wait,
look
it up. I confirm that.
Let me look
That'd
it up.
be crazy.
Yeah.
Look it up. Maybe I'm stupid.
Aliens. I mean, there's a resemblance that I can understand why you would think that, but hold on, let me pull it up. Also, I think I accidentally said Bill Pullman instead of Bill Paxton. So as we're
but apparently there was some behind the scenes that I watched of a T-1000 actor being interviewed, and apparently he's really fast, and they had to tell him to slow down because he was catching up to the kid in the motorcycle.
So BG, you are correct. Vasquez is the stepmom.
Really?
What?
Vasquez is the stepmom. I never made that connection until you just mentioned it.
Shoot.
Jeanette Goldstein. Yes, thank you,
Nice.
Tex. She's James Cameron using the same actors and working with the same people. That's really cool.
Well,
I never made that connection.
To James Cameron's credit, like writing strong females, like Ripley, and then you had Sarah Connor, like those are on the Mount Rushmore of like powerful women of the 80s and 90s, you know, and to have them go toe to toe with these crazy odds, you know, that's pretty inspiring, man. Like you have this mom who's just trying to save the world, or at least put that down into her kid as far as like knowing this future is possible, and you're gonna have to step up to the plate. Sorry. But I'm gonna have to train you on guns and explosives and motorbikes.
I mean, how long was between the two movies? Because
maybe 10 years.
But in real life?
Oh, when they filmed it, yeah. True. I don't know. Good question. I'm not sure when they filmed it.
Because the actress Linda Hamilton, I mean, she put in work, right? Like her physique, like you could tell that she was like, and it worked because she was doing nothing but like working out in that place, right? And she obviously had to get physical in order to do what she needed to do. But anyways,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay. All right. So we're 1 hour and 20 minutes in, and we are just getting to our number one picks. And while
wow.
we are talking, I think it is only appropriate that we go with Seb's number one pick. Sebastian Gomez has selected T2 as his number one Arnold movie, so we can keep the conversation going. Seb, you gave us a little bit. Let's go a little deeper. Hold on, I'm
Oh, you
gonna
got the
move you up
VHS,
here.
buddy.
Make
Oh,
it
yeah.
big. Hold
Nice.
on.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go. Ooh, it's crispy. Look at that VHS.
So,
Tell us,
yeah.
brother.
I'm gonna do an unboxing.
Do the unboxing of. Did you rewind the tape? Did you? Were you be? Oh, you weren't Be Kind Rewind, man.
Right, you got to rewind.
Wait,
it.
is it on the left? Does that mean it's played all the way through? I don't know. I don't know
think it's
about
at the
VHS.
end of the movie.
Okay, all right. Maybe he just wanted to see the thumbs up scene.
He did.
But Seb,
falls apart.
give it to us, man. Your number one Arnold movie.
I mean, we spoke about it at length, but yeah, I think it's a perfect movie. I like how linear it is. Like it's
Mhm.
just A to B.
Yeah.
The characters are amazing. The young actor does great. He's very likable. I like that this movie. Everyone in this movie is good at what they do, and they know it. Like you
Mhm.
mentioned, even the T-1000, when he goes through the what is it called, the bars,
Yeah.
like he slows down obviously for the shot to make it more dramatic, but you know that he knows that he's can go through that, like, and everyone in the movie knows exactly what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to do it. So it's that I feel like we watch a lot of movies now where people kind of question who they are or why they do things, which is fine.
Mhm.
But sometimes I want to watch something where everyone knows what they're doing 100% the whole way through. And I guess the only development that the Terminator had was not really learning how to do something. It was learning how to not be 100% something. It was learning how to soften the edges a little bit. But yeah, like that scene where the truck just jumps and it does the slow motion and it just crashes. What is it in LA? What is that called? Is it an aqueduct or whatever where they
LA.
where they drive
Oh,
through?
the LA rivers.
Yeah, that
where
thing.
it's just-
Iconic. I think they used the same one in Gone in 60 Seconds, which is one of my favorite movies as well.
And in Last Action Hero, it's in a lot of those movies.
Is
where
it
they're
really?
just driving down those waterways? Yeah.
But yeah,
Tight job.
everything about that movie is just
Italian.
perfect. James Cameron. I hope that one day he drops Avatar and goes back to something else, because I would like to see some new original stuff come from him. Could you imagine like an AI movie based on what's going on now? In his take, I guess his take would be a little bit more pro AI, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I love this movie. I love Arnold in it. I think it's perfect.
Yeah. No, that is it's a great movie. I think it is arguably, it may be, I was talking with my wife about it, and while it's not my number one objectively, definitely got to give it the best action movie of the 90s, and it might be the best action movie. I would be willing to stick my neck out there and say Terminator 2 is the best action movie. Like,
what would be your second if you had one? I know mine.
If you're talking best ever of all
Action
like not
movie,
even just
yeah.
decades.
Die Hard would like a word with you. Quit.
Yeah, Die Hard.
Die Hard's
I
pretty damn good.
mean, Die Hard's good. I got
To me,
Terminator 2 to me.
mine will
it's
be
formative
what?
years, yeah.
Mine will be First Blood. Would that be it?
First Blood.
That's a good one. Okay, all right, fair
Which
enough.
one is the? And I'm not gonna go into a Rambo tangent because that's a whole thing. But I do have a question. Oh, my camera!
We
I feel
lost our
bad.
camera.
Your
Yeah.
camera.
Okay.
It'll come back. Oh,
AI is getting you. T1000.
Yeah.
they're shutting me up.
Is
No,
this
it
the
just
house of Sebastian Gomez?
it just overheated.
Oh no. Okay, let's let it cool off. We still got you here.
Well, I guess
Hey, all right,
thankfully
you're back.
we don't. Do we still have phone books? Are there phone books around anymore?
There are phone books out there. Yeah, you could get them.
All right, I'm gonna get one.
You gonna just start cold calling Sarah Connors?
Yeah, right. Sarah Connor. Okay.
Blake,
We don't
thoughts
even
on
have
Terminator 2
landlines.
though? I know you said you think Die Hard is better than Terminator 2. But
I
thoughts
did
on
not
the-
say that. I just said that
gonna
Die
be a
Hard would
war.
like a word with you is all.
Okay.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, this is when it comes to sequels, especially, very rarely do you have the second movie live up to or exceed the first movie. And there's an argument for Terminator 2 being better than Terminator. Again, the good guy switch and the villain being even more not ominous. What's the right word?
I think ominous is a good word.
Yeah, but
Opposing.
it's just just
Menacing?
imposing,
Imposing?
menacing,
Okay.
that sort of
All right.
thing.
Well, and he was
Versus-
also a cop, so
So I mean, it was one of those things where how do you outdo this big chrome skeleton with glowing eyes that you can't stop,
Mhm.
coming at you? Well, that's how you do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They answered that question.
That's true.
So yeah, I mean, it's a great film, and it's probably again, one of the best action films of the era for sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to call this out as you talked about the glowing red eye from Pizza Power. My brother worked at a movie theater and he got the poster for me. He had it hanging on my wall as a 5-year-old. Glowing red eye used to freak me out at night. I mean, that's one. Hope you still have that movie poster. Hope that has survived. A
Hope it
childhood
lasted.
survivor original movie poster would be awesome.
Yeah.
But even though the movie freaked me out, I still wanted the toys. I mean, we haven't even talked about the toys for T2 and that iconic Terminator factory with where you could put the flesh on the Terminator, and then while you're banging them together and they're fighting, you have the chunks of flesh coming off just like throughout the movie. Now, I wasn't allowed to have that as a kid. My parents didn't let me have anything that was ooey gooey, could get spilled on the carpet and mess stuff up. But I had friends who had it and just loved going over and hanging out with them. I was just as happy to just watch them making their Terminators so that we can then play with them. But such a cool factory.
Let's not forget about the actor that played was Miles Dyson.
Yeah. From Cyberdyne.
That
that actor
of
was
him
great.
holding it and be like, I don't know for how much longer I can hold this. Oh my
that's
god,
classic.
dude.
Him breathing.
Perfect.
That was, and then that scene. So we talked about the eye scene in the Terminator, but the cutting of the arm, the show him around the arm and the peeling off. Whoo!
That was kind of seamless too. It looked so real.
Just what is happening? Yeah, that was
not messing around.
Rad. That was a gnarly scene. Yeah. Man. Okay. Hold on. Oh, Pizza Power. All right. So Pizza Power has been trying to pass it down, the poster to his son, but I haven't been able to track it down. Man. Awesome.
Just go in the phone book, start calling people. Maybe you can find it.
You got a movie? You got a Terminator 2 movie poster? Great shout out, Justin. I read Conan the Barbarian stage show at Universal Studios, but Terminator 2, the 3D ride. Has anybody here experienced that?
I did in the 90s.
I don't think I did. No,
I did in the 90s when we went to Universal. It was so big. It was just like the biggest, advertisement for it. It's like you better get to this ride. And we went and we had the glasses and we experienced it. It was cool. It was more than cool. It was awesome to see that as a kid. I think you could see it online, like on YouTube. Like somebody took a camcorder
and
to
recorded
do it and then recorded it up.
It doesn't look too weird where it's like doubled because of the 3D glasses.
I think so, but
but it's still fun where it was like part live action. Where you had somebody, it's kind of what they did with the Fast and Furious movie experience too.
Well, they did that, and they also did that with Back to the Future, the ride. It was in 3D too. I think they had like 3D converted glasses or something like that. You have to look at what's on YouTube. I think somebody converted.
I know it was one of the special features. It's included as a special feature on a lot of the 4K. I've got so many different versions of Back to the Future. That's my wife has like all the different versions of Lord of the Rings theatrical edition and extended edition, and it's weird because I'm like, do you need multiples of the same movie? But then look over at me, pull rafter out of Onai. I have multiple versions of Back to the Future, and most of them will have that Back to the Future ride on there. So check it out if you haven't already checked out your special features. Okay, all right, but no, that ride, great shout out for the Terminator ride. Now we are going to go to, I guess I'll go real quick and just share my number one pick, which is none other than The Running Man.
The Running Man.
Now, The Running Man is a personal favorite of mine. Just from the dynamics. Now we have, this is ahead of its time, right? Now we have Hunger Games of people pitting people against each other for entertainment in the future. It's a very dystopian future. But here, that's kind of the story. Now, does it resemble the book? Not so much. Stephen King was still involved in some of the writing of the movie, but it's a pretty far cry from the original source material. But the reason why I enjoyed this one, there were a lot of wrestlers who were included as some of the stalkers that I just thought was cool. Jesse Ventura, who also was in Predator with Arnold. It's kind of cool how there's so much connectivity. Yaphet Kotto, who wasn't in Aliens, but he was in Alien. So, like, no, it's just, there's so much connectivity. I think this is a very good, this is probably, I don't even remember what my ranking was for the 80s action movies, but this is one of my favorites. Just because this movie has my personal favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger quote in it. And it's the scene where he's talking to, I believe it's Richard Dawson, the host of Family Feud, who's also the host of the game show in Running Man. And he says something like he's offering Arnold's character a contract. And Arnold's response is, I live to see you eat that contract, but I hope you save enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. For me,
I mean, that's
a lot,
dude.
That's a quote.
It's such a great movie with one-liners. Hey, what happened to Buzzsaw? He had to split, right? I think this is that origin of a lot of the cheesy, like Arnold really coming into his own with cheesy one-liners as part of his shtick with movies, right? I think without Running Man, maybe we don't get the cheesiness that comes from Terminator 2. Right? I think he gets really comfortable with sort of the comedy aspect of the action movies. And so that's just for that reason, I feel like Running Man is a progenitor to Terminator 2, even though, again, objectively, I can acknowledge Terminator 2 is the greater of the films. Just for me personally, though, love the story, love the different aspects of, well, I'm thinking like, how would I get out of this trap? And if I were stuck there, how might I get over there? And also a little bit of foreshadowing as well with respect to them using AI to like put faces over other people and like faking videos of what's going on during the game scenes.
Oh, there was some deep fakes going on?
Yeah, there were deep fakes going on in The Running Man.
Shit.
It's scary. It's like people saw these action movies and thought, oh yeah, let's do that, versus it being a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
So The Running Man, just all right, one of my favorite movies. I digress. Now, Blake, I think we would do you an honor to let you go last to kind of cap off the conversation. So I'm going to go with Brandon right now. For Brandon, BG, your number one pick.
Yeah.
Predator.
It's gotta be Predator. It is Predator. Like,
It is Predator. Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is my movie. I saw this way too young as well. This was on the kind of track of.
That's a recurring theme. Where are our parents during all this?
Hey, they were there. They had the VHS, they had the Betamax, and I would just like stomp into the room and catch a glimpse of like skinned men hanging from trees, I guess. And then my dad would be, subject to either have to explain it, sit me down, and let me watch the rest of the movie. So I'm just not freaked out, running to my room, just being like haunted by that imagery.
Probably the craziest figure that NECA has made. That accessory for Predator, the skinned alive dude. That is gnarly.
It's gnarly. It is gnarly. But the movie, I mean, if you want to talk an ensemble cast of action hunks in one movie, come on.
My personal fitness hero, Carl Weathers. I mean, that dude.
Jesse the Body Ventura, right? Then you had Arnie, who, I mean, you start off the movie with that handshake.
Classic.
You did that with Johnny Nostalgia.
With Johnny Nostalgia, exactly.
And it looked the same. It looked
I was going to say.
I mean, bicep for bicep, you guys look about the same.
They were kind of cracking on him last night where there was a little bit of poking, but I will say Johnny Nostalgia, he's a strong dude.
He's a strong guy.
He's
jacked, man.
Yeah, he's wiry.
Yeah, get down.
Dude, but the nickname, the Body Ventura, like that nickname, that's amazing.
Oh man, come on. So back into the movie, you're fooled into thinking that this is your run-of-the-mill action packed kind of like, okay, you got these mercenaries, they're going through this little mission, things are not as they seem, you know, because of the command above them. Even Carl Weathers, he's lying straight up to Arnie like, hey, what are we doing here? You said this was a rescue mission, but I'm seeing all these other things in the jungle. I don't like that. I don't know what you're doing. I just don't like it. But after enough action scenes where these guys are like totally blowing up the jungle, just decimating it, you find out that there's this invisible threat, literally this invisible threat that's wiping them out one by one. And it's not until you get to the reveal of this threat where you're like, oh shoot, like dang, that's what is killing all my guys out in this thing. No wonder they're making, like, you know, the grown men, these killers, afraid, because this is the ultimate killer. This guy with, you know, the space dreads, mask, laser weapons on his shoulders, claws. He's taller than Arnie by a good 2 feet. And you're gonna tell me
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're saying like you're gonna have Arnie defeating that, is what I thought as a kid. And I was like, good luck.
And he could turn invisible.
He's invisible. Yeah, it wasn't until like Arnie kind of figured stuff out, like how to camouflage himself in mud and build up these like Rambo-esque jungle traps, which is cool, to try to defeat the Predator. And he barely defeated him, barely got by. And then just the classic lines like, what the hell are you? And then just, you know, the detonating scene, like dee, 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 and the laugh and glowing green blood and everything. It's tops. It's tops.
Great.
Did you guys
come on, do it. Kill me.
Kill it now.
Did you ever build traps when you were kids, or at least attempt to? I know I did.
I did in the wintertime when we would have like forts and our neighborhood would have, you know, snowball fights. And I had like a snowball fort and a trench that I covered up with a white towel and put like a little bit of dusting snow.
Yeah.
So then the kid was like,
kid's ankle.
Hey, this is all out war. All right. This is snowbound war.
You put mud on yourself?
No, it was just there was like dirty snow, but you don't want to put that on yourself.
No, I would do those traps that almost never worked, where you would put like a box and then a little stick with a rope and you would like pull. I think I caught a bird once and I let it go. But yeah.
A couple kids lost their ankles fighting me, you know, in a trench. Hey, come on.
If anything, you gave them a good. You know, they were soft. They like discipline. You know.
There we go. Back to Arnie rules.
I like the behind the scenes stories that go with Predator. So one, enjoyed the movie. Awesome movie. Billy Duke also as Mac. Wanted to call that out. Also cameo by Frank Columbo, who was Arnold's lifting buddy. In this movie, and I think he also had a cameo in some of the other movies we listed. Like, it's just cool when they do that, when they let their friends, you know, get in there. But fun fact, Peter Cullen, uncredited voice of the Predator.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Huh. And then something else where I think the studio execs were trying to push for a romantic aspect between the character Anna and Arnold. And Arnold kind of called that out. He's like, look, these people are running for their lives in the middle of a jungle. Like, that is, I get it. You're trying to get this love interest, whatever, so you can appeal maybe to some of the women audience and demographic. But him putting his foot down and going, nope, wouldn't happen. Let's not do it. I think that ultimately preserved the integrity of the storytelling during
another
Predator. So
fun fact
for that.
with Predator, Jean-Claude Van Damme was actually dressed up as like this red lobster alien creature. The original design for the Predator looked like a red lobster. Like, it wasn't that great.
Wow.
And then they had to like halt
It
production.
looked like Clawful.
It was Clawful. It was worse. It was worse than Clawful. Pretty bad. But Jean-Claude Van Damme was like stunt actor in the suit, got pissed and was like, I'm not doing this film. Look at me. I'm in a red lobster suit. And they sent like dailies. They sent dailies to the studio and they were like, yeah, this looks horrible. What are you guys going to do? And I think the director either was Arnie might have mentioned Stan Winston to the director, or somebody got a hold of him and completely redesigned it. And now you have that iconic mandible looking alien with dreads. I mean, you never see anything like this. It's classic.
That, and I mean, all the spinoffs that come after it. It's such an iconic design that that it carries on not only in like the Predator line, but also you got Predator versus Alien, comic book spinoffs, all sorts of cool stuff. So no, that's rad. Blake, thoughts on Predator? Your personal opinion, experiences with seeing Predator?
You one ugly motherfucker. best line in the whole movie.
Yeah.
And they're laughing. He starts laughing at him, you know. Yeah, I mean, there's something like Brandon was saying, something very, again, to use the word menacing about you and your buddies being in a jungle, getting picked off one at a time by some unknown force, and all you see occasionally is this, you know, green sight thing that lands on you, and then by the time it's too late,
it's done.
And you know, and the blood, everything about, and I didn't know the thing about the creature being redesigned, but everything about the Predator's design, the one they ended up using, is so iconic now. I mean, you hadn't seen anything really truly like it before, and that's it's amazing feat because they don't make good monster movies anymore with original monsters.
Yeah,
if you want to call a Predator a monster, which alien monster, whatever. You know, a lot of it is. I mean, when I think about monster movies, like, when's the last really good original monster movie design? And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I go back to like Pumpkinhead or something like that. You know,
do you count aliens as monsters or no?
Xenomorphs are monsters.
Xenomorphs can be like, I think you can do.
No, because there is that one with Tom Cruise that does the reverse of the time. What was that movie called? It has Emily Blunt in it too.
I know the one you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
Live, Die, Repeat, or something like that.
Yeah, that one has some.
That's what was on the movie poster, and it was so prominently featured. It's something like Something of Tomorrow, and then they had
Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow.
There you go. And they had to rename it Live, Die, Repeat because that's what people thought the name of the movie was, because it was so bold, and you didn't see the.
But it had that movie had really great monster creature alien design, whatever it is. I was actually surprised by that one. Funny enough, Tom Cruise, I guess, has made some very good sci-fi movies. They also made that one where they lived on top of that little dome over the clouds.
Oblivion?
Yeah, he had a really cool kind of helicopter thing. Anyhow, that's another rank and ramble.
We're going to have to ramble and rank.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise risky business. Yeah.
Anyway, you know, Predator has become, you know, its own iconic thing. I mean, it's very few movies of that ilk become what that has become.
Yeah.
And we're going to be seeing Predator movies for the rest of our lives.
That's
one way or
fair. And I
another.
think that may be an argument. I mean, I think iconic Arnie villain, like best Arnie villain, T-1000. But as far as it spinning off and becoming its own presence, you got to go with
Yeah.
Predator. Predator is
Yeah.
a solid answer for a Arnie opponent in a movie. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We're at
No, we got
Blake's
Blake's.
number one pick before we do a lightning round of Arnie movie blockbuster bracket. All right.
It better be lightning.
Here we go. It's got to be lightning. Here we
Oh,
go.
man,
Total
Recall.
Yeah.
Recall is Blake's number one.
Yes,
Blake,
sir.
let us know why. This is your peak top best ever Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Good call.
All right. So it's 1990. I'm in college. I'm high or drunk or something, and this movie comes out, and it is such a head trip. I mean, just everything about it. And, Philip Dick, another story, of his that, they turn into a film, Blade Runner and everything before it. It's just one piece of insanity after another. And I dug the whole thing about, memory implants, and is this, is this a vacation? At the end, is it really real? They leave you with that, that kind of, you're questioning at the end of this, at the whole thing. And it's just, there's so many, again, iconic, not maybe lines, but scenes.
Yeah.
So like when the woman, he comes up, the woman's head comes apart and it's him, and he takes the head and, hey, catch it, blows up. And of course the three-breasted woman, who can forget? And Quado, the guy he opens up his shirt, and here comes this little guy. That's right, Quaid. So I mean, you're just like, whoa. Again, if you're high and drunk in college or whatever, it's just like, this is too much, man.
The scene where like the face opens up and it's like him and where the head's like freaking out of the woman. Oh my goodness, so much crazy stuff. Yeah.
Well, when they're taking the implant out of his nose.
Oh yeah, that huge.
And it's just like,
comes out of his nose.
Giant.
Jesus.
So many, and not necessarily, again, not necessarily a lot of memorable lines, but the visuals in this movie were really, really, really cool for the time. And again, you have that whole thing about, is this real? Is this a dream? Is it an implanted memory? Is it, is this guy, really the guy who everyone on Mars thinks he is, or is he the guy he thought he was back on? And so it's really just a cool piece of sci-fi, and I really enjoyed it a lot.
And shout out to the director, Paul Verhoeven.
Yeah.
Same thing with RoboCop. Like it goes RoboCop, Total Recall, and Starship Troopers as far as that director's like films for me. And it's because you're right. Like, it's visually striking, and some of those things get burned right into your mind because they are just like a punch right into your eyeballs, and you're just like, dang, they're doing that? Or they like, this is telling a story, but all these visual beats are kind of like a living comic book. So you have like a lot of that stuff happening too.
What's so crazy of those Verhoeven movies you just named, those three, I would probably, if it's one of those things where if I'm flipping channels and one of those three movies is on, I'm probably stopping and watching Starship Troopers before the other.
Before the other ones,
you're doing your part.
And it's probably the worst of those three movies.
Yeah,
but there's something about Starship Troopers that I've always loved.
I love it too.
It's just sheer campiness of the whole thing. Would you like to learn more? That whole thing. So it's just Anyway, I don't want to get off track. Total Recall. If you don't watch the stupid remake they did a couple years ago, watch the original.
Yeah, there's been a lot of remakes of a couple of these, because there was a remake of Running Man as well. recently that I haven't
Recently.
Was
watched,
there?
but I'm interested in watching. I think it's closer to the source material, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
But
I have a question. Quick. I love the movie Repo Man, but I think I watched the new one. Was there an original for Repo Man? Is
Yeah,
there an
with
older version? So the one I'm talking
Emilio
about has
Estevez.
the one that I know has Forrest Whitaker and Jude Law,
That's the new one. That's the
That's
new one.
another one. Yeah.
Yeah,
and I love that film, but I don't know if there is an original because I haven't seen it.
there was an original one named Repo Man with Estevez, right?
Yeah. Is that Emilio Estevez?
yeah, it is. But I don't know if it's supposed to
I
be
don't
the
know if
same
it's the
storyline.
same.
If you guys
So-
haven't seen the new one, it's worth a watch, I think.
Okay, cool. But
I've seen
Total
it.
Recall. What are your thoughts on Total Recall, Seb?
I know I have watched it, but I haven't. I can't recall anything.
Oh man, not
Fair
even
enough.
like
It's
okay.
okay.
The first time ever knowing that you can literally blow your eyes up if you didn't have a helmet on, you know, in Martian atmosphere or whatever. That shocked me as a kid, man. Like just seeing Arnie like choking out and like
Mhm.
and the eyes popping out. I was like, man, this is rough.
You don't want to go to Mars
That's like the
anymore.
beginning of the movie, huh?
Yeah,
You don't want
like
to
I
go to
said,
Mars
the
anymore.
visuals in that movie are just top notch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
We've all got homework after this, so just go back, rewatch some of our favorite movies, and
Mhm.
marvel at wow, that was in there and that's in there. That's the cool thing about these movies, and giving it a little time before or between rewatches is every time you watch it, something else stands out. It's like a good book.
Sure does.
Cool. All right, hold on. Let me see. Just want to read this from Danny. Back in middle school, somebody was shoving the other with his belly. The guy getting shoved, comeback was back off. I don't want Quado on me.
Oh man.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh man. Oh, and also a Michael Ironsides appearance.
Oh.
That dude was in some
Man,
good stuff.
he was in so
Solid
much.
call out, Brian. Yeah.
Great villain in that movie too.
Okay. All right. So that about wraps it up. I'll do a quick recap for anybody who missed it. All right. So I'm just gonna run it off real quick. So Blake's choices were number 3, Twins, number 2, Conan the Barbarian, and number 1, Total Recall. Seb, your choices were Jingle All the Way for number 3, Terminator 2 for number 2, and Predator for number 1.
My 3 was the
Kindergarten Cop, Terminator, and then Terminator 2.
You said Jingle All the Way.
I said Jingle.
Yeah,
Oh, did I
Jingle
say
All the
Seb
Way was-
instead of
Yeah, I
Brandon?
think you.
My
Yeah,
bad. Okay. Brandon's was Jingle All the Way, Terminator 2, and Predator. Seb's was Kindergarten Cop, Terminator, and Terminator 2. And mine was Last Action Hero, Terminator 2, and The Running Man. And now, a lot of people have listed a lot of things in the chat for what their top 3 were. If you haven't already put it in there, let us know. I'm going to pull up a couple now just to rattle them off. So VPG has already put his in Jingle All the Way, Kindergarten Cop, and Twins. Those ended up on
Twins,
everybody's
yeah.
list. That was solid. Yeah.
True Lies.
True Lies, it's up there. That was my
Yeah.
number 4. I know I was chatting with Brian Brink. That's his number 1. Brian, let us know your top 3. Again, if you haven't already, I think I may have missed it. I thought I started, if you did say it, though. But Tech, True Lies, Terminator 2, and Predator. All solid choices.
Solid.
No notes. TNT, Terminator 2, Total Recall, End of Days.
End of Days is good too. It's a good movie.
End of Days is a solid one, and somebody did kind of point out, they were like, I think it was Andrew of Gatey's Choice. That's who it was. When I asked, what's the best Arnie villain, he was like, kind of hard to beat Satan.
Hard to beat the devil.
From End of Days. I was like, you know what?
Mhm.
That's a fair point. What else do we got? Detroit Dave. I don't know if he's just trolling or if he means it. Unpopular opinion, but number 1, Kindergarten Cop. Number 2, Batman and Robin, which almost made my list. I did like Batman and Robin. Again, I am a sucker for the cheesy one-liners of Arnie knowing exactly who he is. And I think there's a certain point where Arnie understands. He's like, this is what the people want. So it's Arnie doing Arnie and all the chill and what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Just so many good one-liners.
It's hurting me
from Batman
though.
and
It's
Robin.
hurting my brain.
I am a
brain freeze.
Schumacher fan. Schumacher verse for me, I get it. A lot of people like Burton. Just Batman Forever and Batman Robin are peak Batman to me. And Batman and Robin is, shout out to Ryan Dole and Alex, who I think they say this all the time on Gotham City Tonight. But it's a return to form where Batman got super dark and super serious. But people with Batman 89 were kind of expecting like a hokey Adam West kind of like cheeseball factor. And I think there was a little bit of that in Batman Forever, but they were still trying to keep it dark and menacing, so to speak. But Batman and Robin, they went full tilt. Batman 66, kitschiness, campiness. And so I love it. So Batman and Robin and Junior. Justin Mohan, top 3 movies. 3 is Conan, 2 is Predator, 1 is Terminator 2. I think Terminator 2 is going to be on the top of the list for a lot of people. That's fair. Let me see. Brian Brink, 1 True Lies, 2 Terminator 2, 3 Eraser. What was that?
I'm saying True Lies has popped up quite a bit, and you guys
True Lies is really good. Jamie Lee Curtis, the whole marriage dynamic. Again, Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton was
showing up as the used car salesman. You've got Tom Arnold as kind of the comic relief of with Arnold, and then the scene where he's gonna go jump the horse. I think that's hilarious. Where it's like the horse kind of looking at him, and he's looking at it, and he's kind of judging the distance, and then he goes like he's about to jump it, like any action movie, and then the horse stops, and he flips over and has to hang on to the reins. Opening sequence, True Lies, just good. Also, anybody who's been married can understand kind of the comedy behind the bridge is out scene where he's on the helicopter and he's like, the bridge is out, the bridge is out. And it's like his wife can't hear him, or it's like, what? Huh? And then his wife, Jamie Lee Curtis, turns around and goes, the bridge is out. So I know, I've been trying to tell you. Like that's just a funny dynamic to me. Danny is saying Conan, Predator, and then Terminator 2. Solid pick. Pizza Power is saying Commando is always takes a spot up on his top Arnie list. That's good. And then Esther, rounding us out, we got Terminator 2, Predator, and then Kindergarten Cop. All solid. Boy. Now, I'm going to pull it up now. Let me see if I can get it here. Close that file. Open this one up because we're going to do a lightning round where everybody's going to vote. And then if we need a tiebreaker, the chat is going to be the tiebreaker.
Don't make me choose.
Right. Yeah. And now, mind you, this is, let me add it to stage. Let's see if I can zoom in. Boom, boom. This is the Blurred Alert Blockbuster Bracket. These are the top overall earning. This is global earnings of the movies, top 16 movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger as the lead. And this was a completely randomized list. I didn't put any team, stack anything up there, just did a random selection. So round 1, we're going to go left to right. So starting at the top, Blake, we'll let you do the honors. Jingle All the Way or Terminator Genesis?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Okay, we got 1 vote for Jingle All the Way. Seb, Jingle All the Way or Terminator Genesis?
Jingle.
All right. BG?
Jingle. Stop it.
Jingle takes it. All right, cool. All right. Round 2, we're going to start. Just keep going down the left side. All right, we got Expendables. The Expendables versus Total Recall. Sebastian.
I'm gonna go with Total Recall, but I did the first Comic-Con that I ever went to was the one where the Expendables showed up, and I was at Hall H, so that was really fun. And
that's awesome.
Terry Crews took off his shirt and started flexing his pecs, so that was a whole thing.
You got to see that in real life?
Yeah, I did.
All right, and yeah, you can vote along with us in the chat because I'll probably just take whatever pops up as like a tiebreaker, what I see the most. So thank you, VPG. VPG is saying Total Recall. Okay, so I got 1 vote, Total Recall. Blake.
Total Recall.
I think I know where you're going. Total Recall. All right. Brandon, what are you thinking?
Give me the Recall. I recall it was a great movie.
Total Recall's got it. All right, here we go. Now we got True Lies versus Expendables 2. BG, what do you got?
Yeah, True Lies.
True Lies. Okay. All right. Blake.
True Lies.
True Lies. Sebastian.
I need to watch True Lies. I don't know if I've ever seen.
Have you never
True
seen
Lies.
it?
I might not.
If you haven't seen it, then vote for the one you've seen. It sounds like a vote for Expendables.
Yeah, let's go for the Expendables 2 just to change it up. I know I'm going to piss people off, but
all good. I am going to go. I'm tempted.
Don't you do this to us?
He's going to cook the books,
to us.
Cook the books. I'm going to say Expendables 2 just because it'll be fun to get the chat involved. Hold on. We need a tiebreaker, folks. So
we know what the tiebreaker is. They've been talking about
is it going to be True Lies or is it going to be Expendables 2? True Lies or Expendables 2? Yes, and that is the fun of being the game master. Now you know why I like the Running Man. Sorry. All right. So True Lies. Brian Brink is saying True Lies. Technicolor, True Lies. Detroit Dave, Esther. Right. I don't see one.
Let's get going.
For Expendables 2, so we're going to keep it going. True Lies. Boom. And that's funny. It's fitting because I lied. True Lies is definitely the best one. All right. Now we got Conan the Destroyer versus Kindergarten Cop. I think this might be a harder one for us.
The Destroyer? That's the sequel.
This is the Destroyer. This is the sequel with Grace Jones.
Yeah.
So let's go with Blake. Blake, you were the Conan. It was on your top 3, so I'm going to let you kick us off with the selection.
Conan.
Okay. BG.
Kindergarten Cop.
Sebastian.
Kindergarten Cop all day. I am curious though. Was Arnie did he get bigger in that movie or was he kind of similar? Like physical wise? Did he get more
jacked?
Yeah. Or was he always just consistent?
No idea. I don't
know. I'm gonna have to Google it.
Look it up. Right. All right, cool. So we have one. Wait, yeah. We have 2 for Kindergarten Cop now. We have 1 for Conan the Destroyer. I'm going to go Kindergarten Cop just because I love it, right? Let me not goof off. All right, now we got Predator versus Eraser. This is a good one. Predator versus Eraser. BG. I think
Predator.
Predator. Blake.
Predator.
Seb.
Predator.
All right, Predator takes it. Now we've got Twins versus Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Blake.
Twins.
All right, Sebastian.
Twins.
BG.
I'm going Twins. T3 kind of broke my heart.
All right, Twins takes it. Ooh, this is an interesting matchup. We've got End of Days versus Batman and Robin. I have not seen End of Days, so I'm going to vote Batman and Robin. I just said it. I love it. Blake, Batman and Robin or End of Days?
Batman and Robin.
All right, awesome. Sebastian, End of Days or Batman and Robin?
I want to watch End of Days, but Batman and Robin is iconic.
Okay, all right. And BG, just thoughts?
I'm in the same boat. It's Batman and Robin.
And he has Alicia Silverstone, dude.
Yeah. Oh, this hurts my heart. This is how you know I did not stack the deck.
Wow.
Because here we've got Terminator 2 versus Last Action Hero. So I'm going to hold off. BG, Terminator 2 or Last Action Hero? T2. Okay. Blake?
But it's tough.
T2.
I do love
T2. Okay. All right. Sebastian, we lost your camera, but hopefully we still have your audio.
Oh, yeah. I'm here. It's Terminator.
Okay. Terminator. That's hands down. All right. Cool. Now we'll go back the other way. Terminator 2 versus Batman and Robin.
Who you asking?
BG, Terminator 2 or Batman and Robin?
T2 all day.
T2. Okay. Blake?
T2.
All right. Seb, I think I know. T2.
Yes.
All right, cool. Let's move that along. All right. Twins versus Predator. What are we thinking? BG?
Come on, Predator.
Okay. Blake?
Yeah, Predator.
All right. Fine. You conceded. Okay. Sebastian?
Where are we at?
Twins versus Predator.
Although that would make a funny movie.
Twins. Yeah, the one.
Seb goes Twins. Okay, we got 2 Predator, we got 1 Twins, and I'm doing it for the plot. I'm gonna say Twins. So let's see what the chat has to say. Is it gonna be Twins? I see 1 Twins. VPG voted Twins, so that's the only message in the live chat. I think that's the tiebreaker. Anybody
There's
else?
like
Any
6
thoughts?
others that say T2.
T2. Oh, that's right. I thought it was a holdover from the other one. Okay, all right. T2.
So
What is
can
that?
I
Oh,
say
no, it's
something?
Predator. You're waiting on Predators. Here come Predator. Here they come.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Predator. Okay, all right. Predators are coming
I'm
in.
seeing Predator.
I got one twin, Predator, twins, Predator.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Predator. Okay, all right. I got more.
Yeah. We got
Predator's
it.
going to
We got
squeak
it.
it out.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. Okay,
I was
now we got it.
short-circuiting.
Now we got
I was like, please
Here's
don't
a
do this.
Okay.
interesting fact that I didn't know. Did you know that there was a sequel to Twins Proposed called Triplets?
Wow.
I did
No.
not know that.
And it was going to be Arnie, Danny, and Eddie Murphy.
Oh my
What?
God.
Oh,
Mind
They never got
blown.
off the
could have
ground.
had it.
No
Speaking
way.
of sequels, there's a sequel to Kindergarten Cop 2 with Dolph Lundgren and Bill Bellamy. If I remember correctly, I believe Bill Bellamy is also in that. I haven't
Wow.
seen it, but I got to do my homework, and that'd be a fun sequel to watch. But it's fun that I want to read more about triplets. Okay,
That's crazy.
all right. Lightning round. Back to getting back on it. Okay. We got True Lies versus Kindergarten Cop. BG. What do you
True
got?
Lies.
True Lies. Okay. All right. Blake, Kindergarten Cop or True Lies?
True Lies.
True Lies. Okay. All right. Sebastian, what do you got?
K-Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. Kindergarten Cop. So who's gonna break the tie? Chat, we need you. Break the tie. Is it gonna be True Lies? Is it gonna be Kindergarten Cop? I see one K Cop. I see First Grade Cop. That's funny because it was a sequel. Yeah. Okay. Brian Brink is saying True Lies. Of course, he's got to represent for his favorite movie. Ooh, Detroit Dave with Kindergarten Cop. True Lies. It's split. Oh wait, no. Kinder. I see TNT. Kinder. True Lies. K Cop. I think Kindergarten Cop takes it. Hold on. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1, 2, 3 for True Lies. So Kindergarten Cop over True Lies. I'm legitimately shocked by that, but I respect it. Okay. All right. And now we've got Total Recall versus Jingle All the Way. I got to go Jingle All the Way. Just me personally. Blake.
Total
Recall.
Recall.
Total Recall. Okay, so it's split. BG, what are you thinking? Total Recall or Jingle All the Way?
Be damned, my childhood memories of Christmas and the heartfelt story of my dad searching out. I really love Total Recall.
Oh, you sold out
really
your dad. That's all good.
He gets toys now.
So
all the time. He's fine.
Yeah.
He probably would agree.
Sebastian. All right, we got two for Total Recall, 1 for Jingle All the Way. What do you think, Seb?
Jingle.
It's a split. We're going to the chat. We've got 1 for Total Recall. We've got 1 for Jingle All the Way. 2 for Total Recall. 3 for Total Recall. 2 for Jingle All the Way. Is that gonna be it? Put that cookie down.
I mean, it's so good.
I think Total
Jingle?
Recall is gonna have to
Look at
take it.
Dave.
Oh wait, we got another jingle.
Ooh.
Jingle.
Ooh.
It's dead even. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3,
The cloth
4.
thickness.
1, 2, 3, 4. Next vote. Next message coming in is gonna win it. So,
Danny, if you're watching, I need you
Yeah.
to put jingle, please. Thank you.
yeah, next one wins it. So next message in the live chat, whether it's Jingle All the Way. VPG says I love all these movies. Oh,
Damn.
You
all
said
right.
it. I mean,
there
it's
goes-
the next one that comes in. I mean,
no. Trying to stack.
There we go.
But
Look,
Jack,
Danny.
Hilarious though. Danny swooping in at the end.
Oh,
We're giving
you're
it to
not
Jingle
wrong.
all
All right.
the way. I don't
Even
know
if
if
you
Jingle's gonna
lose,
make
I
it.
love that Danny
You'll
was at Brandon's house and now he breaks his heart.
yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good.
It's funny how we ended
okay.
up with the comedies on the left and the action on the right.
I do. I think it's a beautiful. It's harmonious. I think which do we like more? Do we like the comedy aspect of Arnold, or are we just need that action? So
Man.
let's go with Jingle All the Way or Kindergarten Cop for the semifinals. What are we thinking? Blake, Kindergarten Cop or Jingle All the Way?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Okay. All right. Sebastian, Jingle All the Way or Kindergarten Cop?
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. Brandon, you already sold out your dad once.
No.
Dude, no.
I feel
Okay.
a tingle, little spider tingle for the jingle. All right.
Little spider tingle for the jingle. All right. BG tingles for the jingle.
Yep.
And I have got, oh man, this is hard.
What are you gonna do?
This is hard. I gotta go. Because you got the hilariousness of the little kids, and then you got Sinbad.
I think you just solved your own puzzle there.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Sinbad puts it over the edge for me. I gotta go
Sinbad.
Jingle All the Way. Okay, so there we go. Cool. And now this is a tougher one, right? We got T2 versus Predator. Seb, kick us off.
T2.
T2. All right, Blake. T2 versus Predator. What are you thinking?
T2.
T2. Okay. All right. BG.
Ooh.
T2 versus Predator.
This is really, really tough.
Mhm.
Both movies,
Fantastic. Both
Top
fantastic
tier.
movies.
But look at the chat though.
I was about to say, go ahead
I don't care about that.
because T2 wins.
yeah, even if I say Predator,
If
like,
it goes
T2 is
to a
gonna
tie.
win.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what? Predator. I'm gonna say it. I love that
Okay.
movie.
Gotta say
You
Predator.
guys can kill me with T2 all day. I love both movies. I'm not losing.
Yeah.
No, you're
Hold
not.
on. Hold on.
It's a
Here
win-win
we go.
situation.
We
It's
got
a landslide.
TNT,
T2, brother.
VG, Esther, Pizza Power,
Yeah, come on.
Danny, Tech, Detroit, Dave.
We know what's up.
On this day, BG could not catch a Predator. We're going with Terminator 2. All right.
Not even with a glass of milk or cookies on the
Oh,
table.
God.
Nope.
I couldn't
No.
catch it.
Esther loves all these movies. We love all these movies. These are all
Yeah.
great. The only one on this list I haven't seen is End of Days, and I need to watch it. Okay, final mashup or matchup. I feel like I already know how this is gonna go. We got Terminator 2 versus Jingle All the Way.
Could you imagine if instead of the Rose box, it was a Turbo Man box? Or he
Oh, that'd
was
be
just
so cool.
or he was just trying to get the toy. That was his goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just trying to get the toy. He's not looking for Sarah Connor. He's looking for Turbo Man, and
Yeah.
he keeps only finding boosters. Okay, all right. Is it unanimous? Are we all of one accord? Do we even need to pretend? Is there anybody who dares to say Jingle All the Way over Terminator 2?
It's T2. It's T2. Yeah.
It is T2. Blake,
Yeah.
do you agree?
T2.
T2. Seb, T2. We kind of knew how this was going, but it was just fun to look at all these top grossing films, get a good reminder, and watch them if you haven't in a while or if you haven't seen them. But the champion is none other than Terminator 2. Do.
Yep.
All right. Yep.
So,
Folks are saying it. VPG is the only one who said Jingle All the Way. That's cool. I'll ban him for a week though.
Can I say something? So VPG is becoming that dude that like streams now call him out on not call him out in a bad way, but they ask him to clip certain things. It's crazy.
yeah. I hear it. I see it.
He's the clipper.
Oh, fun time. So Blake, thank you for joining us. I know you're a busy man. The magazine business is just booming. So I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to, chill with us, to ramble a bit, to rank a bit.
Yes.
Oh, I need
Yes,
that
let's
one.
shout it out. Let me put you in the
Coming
top
to-
square.
Coming to
Boom.
newsstands very quickly, and probably to your mailbox sooner if you're a subscriber.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you haven't already gotten that issue, and that's issue 25.
5, yeah.
25.
Dude,
issue
that
25.
that line of skeletons has been all over the place. People have talked about it a lot. So it's cool that you got it in the magazine.
Yeah, it was. That's been under discussion as a cover since Legion's Con last November.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I've known about it for a little bit.
Nice.
That is fun. And is it hard kind of holding on to news like what do I know? Wait, did they announce that elsewhere?
Yeah,
Can I talk about this?
You do have to make sure. It's like that was right. They said this already, right? It's like, but for the most part, I mean, people, if they hesitate, I go, guys, I keep secrets for a living. That's what I do. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I know what my next cover is already, and it's something that no one's seen yet.
Nice.
I'm already working on the January, February cover, and if that works out, that's probably going to be the biggest cover of the career of toy collector.
So that's interesting
So-
because as a journalist, you're trying to uncover secrets, and now you're holding on to them.
Well, I mean, I hold on to them until
It's an appropriate time to
I get
divulge.
exclusive rights. Basically, when something like this happens, I negotiate a deal to where I'll do the reveal, and then usually it goes, but for 2 weeks, you have to keep it to where it's just the cover of the magazine. So if anybody asks you to share any image for the first 2 weeks, you have to refer them to this.
Okay.
Mhm.
But even on the insides, we had a reveal that not a lot of people have seen yet, which is
Hold on, let me
Boss
blow you
Fights.
up.
Boss Fights Ghost of Lobster Johnson.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
Okay, all right, very
Come to the
cool.
Big Bad Toy Store.
Nice.
So you have to, not everything's on the cover. You have to get the
You
magazine.
actually got to
There are
read.
articles. You
read the
gotta check
magazine.
it out.
And
It's
there's
available.
also a nice Q&A of our boy
Yeah.
Alex Brewer. in
Yeah,
there.
Alex Brewer's
Alex
in this
Brewer.
one. There's
Yeah.
not only is the Horseman Skeleton Warriors in this. We go back and talk to Playmates about the original line. There's a lot of good stuff in this one, and the one coming up has some. The one coming up actually has Comic-Con coverage in it, because
Oh, nice.
unfortunately Comic-Con happens right as this issue's going to press, so I can't really do a lot
Yeah.
of Comic-Con news in that one.
Ooh,
But
fun fact as far as holding on to secrets. So Q Cult was saying Muppet Babies needs the cover. You shared this on Geek Dead Live, but you want to share
Yeah.
that fun fact again, Blake? Yeah.
So the cover of the last issue that had Kermit and Robin from Christmas Carol, that originally was supposed to have been Muppet Babies,
No way.
but they weren't ready in time.
Ah.
So yeah, I made that deal as Muppet Babies being on the cover.
It was still a very good cover, though. You found a
Oh
nice
yeah,
credit.
no, I mean I was over the moon with it. I mean it's because it proved, and so would have Muppet Babies, but it proved that NECA is going deeper in this line than maybe a lot of people thought they would.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where they go. Just like we got deep cuts, I think Muppets are gonna be that thing that NECA leaning into it is a very smart business decision, because on the heels of TMNT, think about all the sublines we had for TMNT. TMNT actually made it into Ben Cooper Kids. You got the cartoon, you had the comic line, you had the movie line, and then they bounced over to a couple of different movies, and they went into the Archie comics versus the IDW comics. With Muppets, you got the Muppet Show, you got Muppet Babies, you got Muppets in Space, you've got Treasure Island, you've got more of the Muppets Christmas Carol characters, you've got Sesame Street. Just the fact that they're going into other Jim Henson creations, could they potentially? I know Fraggle Rock is a little weird and Boss Fight's doing their thing, but could we see NECA Fraggle Rock? Don't know. Could we see Dark Crystal or Labyrinth?
Labyrinth,
puppets?
probably, for sure.
So many possibilities of different directions that NECA can go. So I'm excited to see what they do with Muppets. So far, it's been great. But we're talking about a bunch of things about NECA. I know we got some Mondo toy news coming up.
What?
I've seen a little something about Streaks. There's going to be a stream this week, right? Mondo Toy Talk.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
going to be
so,
the
yeah.
20th.
I'll be there. Hopefully they'll have me.
Nice. Yes, Brandon Gash is the toy sculptor who has brought the James Groman concepts for Street Sharks, right? James Groman also did Streaks, right?
He didn't do Streaks. He
Okay,
did
my bad.
Register.
That was Aaron Conley, was it?
And
Oh,
Aaron
that was the
Conley-
design.
Aaron Conley did the
Aaron
designs
Conley
for
did.
Streaks.
Nice. Okay, so shout out to Aaron Conley. I want to make sure I'm crediting the appropriate artists.
Both
Um,
badasses.
Both rad, awesome. So Streaks, he's coming. It's all we got now. We're two for four
Now
in the
we're
Street
hammering
Sharks
2
line.
for
Super
4.
exciting.
Fingers
And
crossed
then
this line goes a
also-
little deep.
Saw a couple of extra images go up of Shredder. So my countdown begins. I'm thinking that pre-order, we're supposed to get it in 5 business days. That's usually how that goes. But because we're having a toy talk this week, I could see it potentially going out to seven business days
Maybe
between
7
Mondo
business
doing the
days.
announcement and then announcing the pre-order. We'll see. I don't know. Sometimes the pre-orders do go up before the Mondo Toy Talk. Sometimes they go up same week, same day. So I like to keep my little spreadsheet.
Get ready
when the
for
clock
Shredder.
starts. I'm a
That's all I
nerd.
can say.
So I am
get
excited.
ready.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that Shredder at Comic-Con. It was fantastic. So more toy news coming out of Mondo. Stay tuned. Go over to the Mondo Toy Talks. Check out the Mondo shop if you're going to order them. But yeah, Mondo Toy Talks on YouTube. They're going to be talking about behind the scenes, and you get to chat. You get to learn little nuggets from the artists like Brandon and his compatriots at Mondo. Seb, what do you got going on? What do you got going on as far as I know you're still working that Inspector Gadget, right?
Yeah, this week is since it's been a week and a half, week of articulation game. So I dove into that feet first, and it's been fun. Kind of working that side of the brain, kind of trying to figure all that out. That's fun. I do want to. I haven't talked about this in a while, but if you're interested, the Mondo work that I helped do, the Goofy set is still around, and that was very prevalent still in D23. There was Goofy stuff all over the map. So if you guys are curious, any newcomers or people that have watched the show, you gotta go a couple of pages down because Mondo releases a lot of stuff. But if you're curious and you want to pick it up, you can still do that. I do also want to say, I know a good amount of people didn't watch us last week because of the Spider-Man movie and they hadn't seen it. But if you watched the movie, go check out that stream because
good call.
It was a good time. We
Yeah.
just got to talk about one movie for 2 hours, which we normally don't do. So the last thing I'll say is I went to Yellow Springs in Ohio, which is a really cool town. If you guys know, it is the one where Dave Chappelle lives, and he started his own comedy club there. But I picked up this random book that I put in the private chat. What's it called? Let me see. It's called "See You at San Diego." It's an oral history of Comic-Con. So it's a bunch
wow.
a bunch of people basically that date back to the 50s and 60s, and they helped create, or they created, San Diego Comic-Con. And it's literally like just a block of words, and it's all like it just bounces between different people. And it's the first time that I've been able to like learn so much so quickly about like just nerds. And it's it may not be for everyone, but I picked it up for $9 and it's been great. And it has it has the RZA thing at the end, which I kind of skipped
Forward
over.
by Stan Sakai and Jeff Smith, and then
Yeah.
afterward by RZA. Cool.
Nice.
And look at that picture. I mean, that picture is
Look at
so
that stash, man.
yeah. Oh no, it's crazy. But anyways, that was my. I watched that while I was bedridden from my back being effed, but it was a good time.
Nice.
Okay. And with that, let's get some rest. You were just talking about your back. Let's all go forth. Thank you for hanging with us. Shout out to the replay crew. Let us know in the comments what your top 3 Arnold movies are, your favorite Arnold movies. Let us know if you feel like the right movie won the Blurred Alert blockbuster bracket. And with that, though, we will let you all go. Go forth, do great things. Take care of yourselves and each other. We're out.
Peace.